Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the McJeffrey 500, the podcast where I count down my 500 favorite movies and make my friends watch them one film at a time. It is a special group podcast.
Yay!
We have a full house. Mr. Rob, Mr. Scott, Mr. Paul, first group podcast appearance. Thank you for showing up. And
welcome.
And the man who runs the Plan 9 podcast that I'm on regularly, as in every episode, Engineer Travis, Mr.
Hello,
Travis.
everybody. Did you introduce the guy sitting right behind you?
I did. I said Mr. Scott.
From the Oriental massage parlors of Marconi Avenue to the interlude of Ernie, all the way to Mission Liquors, where the Russian woman was trying to solicit the Sikh man to allow her to use his telephone to call her daughter, all the way to Winston Churchill Middle School, home of the Fighting Bulldogs, where they're celebrating their Science Olympiad champions.
Is that what's going on?
I'm assuming. There were a lot of cars there.
Science fair.
All right, we are going to get right into the movie. We talk while the movie's going. Let's do it.
We're going to ruin it for you.
We're not going to watch the trailers, are we?
No.
Jeff, don't we have a snack?
Yes.
Well,
yeah, it's nothing to do with the movie, but we have triple layered fruit snacks.
Oh, now I know what it is.
What are we watching?
I have no idea.
Shut up.
Oh, thank you.
Black Forest, though, huh? You got anything to do with it? Oh.
Rob, you know what it is?
Oh, no!
Is it the Christmas special?
Is it Empire Strikes Back?
Nope.
Return of the Jedi?
We're watching Jedi.
Oh,
Yes!
Oh, man.
The first movie I saw in the theater.
I'm guessing this is like the special edition.
This is the special edition.
I have the original without any of the fucking dance numbers.
No, we want to watch the dance numbers.
Oh.
Let's do this. Push play.
Wait, these are Ewok things?
Yes, there are Ewoks.
So you don't have the same Ewok song at the end either. That's different as well.
All right, we will discuss much as it goes on.
Is this the one where they gave Jabba that greenish poop color on top of his normal color?
Yeah, I'm sure. It's all part of the special edition.
That's
Wait, you mean they digitally put that in there later?
yes, because before he was just kind of brownish yellow.
Yeah.
The classic.
Yeah, the green. What's with the gummies? So what's the
Black Forest.
I was actually trying to find some Star Wars themed candy, but all I can find is Avengers shit right now.
Seems like they would be ramping up for episode 7.
Yeah, I guess it's a little earlier.
Maybe just, like a Graham Cracker Star Destroyer crashed into...
You won't hear this anymore.
Nope.
Or,
We'll hear the When You Wish Upon a Star with the Disney Castle.
This is going to be the best part of the movie right here. That's all.
We need to turn this down. Yeah.
How dare you tell John Williams to turn it down?
I'm sorry. I figured we get the fanfare in.
You don't like this movie, Travis?
No, I'm just saying it's a special edition. Is that better?
I mean, this part's fine.
We're going to read the crawl. Someone read the crawl.
Episode 6. Return of the Jedi.
What was the original title? Does anybody remember?
Revenge of the Jedi.
Luke Skywalker has returned to his home planet of Tatooine in an attempt to rescue his friend Han Solo from the clutches of the vile gangster Jabba the Hutt.
That guy's a fucker.
Stop. Little does Luke know that the Galactic Empire has secretly begun construction on a new armored space station, even more powerful than the first dreaded Death Star.
Get the fuck out.
When completed, the ultimate weapon will spell certain doom for the small band of rebels struggling to restore freedom to the galaxy. Ellipses.
Wait, so the original title was Revenge of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
But yet they called it Return of the Jedi.
Because George Lucas is a pussy.
Well, Jedi doesn't seek revenge.
Then why did the title say that?
Oh, the original? Because he's not.
And then, but then the movie was still subtitled Return of the Jedi.
No. So the original, there was like a trailer that was released.
Oh,
and the trailer said
now
Revenge
I
of the
understand.
Jedi.
Right. See, you have to translate all this nerd stuff.
All right,
Get the fuck out of here, nerd.
let's
You're like a Christian.
bring it down a little bit more.
Christian nerd.
Volume.
That's what you used to be, so you didn't get to even see any of this stuff.
I watched
Even I got to see this stuff when I was a kid. When I was a Pentecostal.
Bring the volume down a little bit more.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
I know it's THX. It's wonderful
We're just going to end
sound.
up watching this thing.
I have to say, even though
That's good.
I acknowledge that there were superior Star Wars movies in quality to Return of the Jedi, in my heart, this will always be my favorite.
Really?
Uh-huh.
This is the one I've seen more than any other because it was HBO fodder when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah? Have you guys
I
heard my story of how I discovered the sequels to Star Wars?
Yes, we've heard the story.
I know you have.
Go ahead,
Many of
no.
these guys
No,
don't.
it's
Did
not
you,
interesting.
did you find them in a field?
So when I was a young lad, my dad handed me this cassette tape, and he says, "Watch this, you'll love it." And
my dad did the same thing, but it was puckering buttholes and big fat vaginas.
Yeah, and I had no idea what to expect.
Did your dad really give you pornography?
He gave me VHS tapes to kind of a wink, wink. Hey, you need to put these up on a high shelf.
Oh,
Don't let your sister see them.
That's a solid. He did you a
That's what
solid.
it is.
One more.
Those are good fruit snacks.
Yeah. So anyway, he gave me this VHS tape. I watched I watched Star Wars. And, I don't know if it was called A New Hope back then, or if that was just the subtitle.
I think it's always been. I mean, I think in the crawl it was always A New Hope, was it not?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, but people didn't refer to it as A New Hope.
They just called it Star Wars.
Yeah, they just
like
called
we
it-
all did.
Yeah. And so I would watch that Star Wars, and when the credits would roll, I'd always rewind it back and watch it again. It must have been a year, or maybe even 2, but as a kid you don't really know. It might have been just a month later. One day I just let it play through the credits, and then all of a sudden, the fanfare came back on again, without me rewinding it. There was a second fucking movie. I lost my shit. I didn't realize he had put all 3 of the movies on one cassette tape.
And wait, how long were you watching the first movie to eventually get around to the second one?
It felt like, and this is just, a kid estimating time, it felt like it was a year.
How old were you?
7?
Was this contraband in your house?
My dad was a big lover of
Bootlegging.
bootlegging.
Well, I mean, it wasn't the traditional.
He used to have the 2 VCRs set up.
Well, that's what it was. It
Yeah.
wasn't the traditional bootlegging in the sense that he sat in the theater.
Right, not like that.
Well,
You had the 2 VCRs. One VCR that played the movie, and the other VCR that recorded the movie.
So we just threw your dad under the bus? Is that what's going on?
I think the statute of limitations
Yeah.
probably expired
I
long
think
ago.
we're good, yeah.
The sad thing is that 25 years later, we all suffer because of this. Now we have to sit through every credit of every movie. Because we're all going, oh, that might be an Easter egg.
Or there might be another movie after.
Right, because after
That's
that
pretty
Empire
common.
Strikes Back, I did not rewind it. I kept it playing, and holy shit, there was a 3rd movie.
Were you unaware that there were sequels?
I was not aware of it.
My
Here's
God.
our first improvement. Or is this second improvement? The huge door.
Oh yeah, the door is fucking huge.
So the door used to be smaller.
See, these are the
Sensibly poor.
these are the improvements that are fine to me because I didn't even notice.
How come this looks like it was shot on video?
It's because of my TV.
Oh, what's going on with your TV?
My TV has extra frames.
Oh, okay.
Very high refresh rate, is that what it is?
What it does, it estimates what it thinks like a in-between frame would be. So it adds an additional frame to every every shot.
So this is even more manipulated than what Lucas
Yeah.
could possibly do. Lucas approves this.
The technology didn't
Yeah.
exist at his
Yeah.
time. I think he's just, humbled that he lives in a world that such things are
Speaking of
possible.
which, do theaters still have the 24 frames a second? Have you guys looked at that?
24
Is that
frames
still
per
the
second is
standard?
the standard.
Now, still?
Yeah, the thing that Peter Jackson tried to get past everybody was 48 frames per second with the first Hobbit movie. Did not catch on.
It looked like a play. It looked fake. I think people couldn't deal with it.
Yeah.
Think about how much Jabba must have paid for the garage door opener.
Travis, you are the only person who saw this originally in theaters.
I did.
I did.
Oh, you did?
This was the first movie I ever saw in the
Oh,
theater.
okay. How old were you?
I was 2 years old.
Do you recall?
Yes.
No,
I do.
that's
Parts of it, because I remember...
You're like Temple Grandin.
Well, let me tell you how I saw this.
I have vague memories.
My
of it.
friends...
Do you remember your birth?
I totally remember the doctor slapping me in the butt.
It was cold.
My friends have already seen it, and they gave everything away.
I saw this one, the special edition, in theaters.
Yeah, so
So did everybody.
and then so we're watching.
Oh, I'm sorry, John.
We're watching Lou Ferrigno Hercules, and about
Which is amazing.
20 minutes into it, I showed you the scene with him throwing the bear at the star.
He literally throws a bear into outer space.
And it bounces from
A
star
real
to
bear?
star. A real bear.
And he turns
Well,
into Ursa Major, the constellation.
That's fucked up.
It was-
After that
it
scene,
was
my
before
friend and
Peter.
I were like, "Oh, let's sneak into Jedi."
That
So,
actually sounds really good, though, Travis.
it was awesome. Lou Ferrigno his voice was overdubbed with somebody else's voice.
Right, because you can't understand him normally.
Because
Oh, he's deaf, right?
Oh, yeah, he
You're
is.
really offensive right now.
How's that offensive?
Is he not deaf?
No, yeah, I think he has partial hearing loss.
He has-
Well, if
Yeah.
he doesn't have any kind of hearing loss, then
He
it's
had
deaf
an ear
without an A.
infection, and his parents.
So what's going on with that guy's head? How far does it wrap around his
Bib
head?
Fortuna?
Bib Fortuna.
Yeah,
How do you
Bib-
know the names of these?
That's
things?
his
Yeah,
name.
Because I've been watching this since I was 2 years old.
Even I don't know. There's no way to know. No one calls him Bib
Yeah,
Fortuna.
how do you know that?
Because I had the toy.
Yeah, exactly.
And may I say, I did not pick out the toy. I will. Here's a little. I got a couple side notes about.
Isn't it weird that I'm actually wearing a Darth Vader sweater?
It seems serendipitous.
Yeah, I know.
A
Weird.
glitter Darth Vader shirt.
My mom bought me Star Wars toys for 2 straight years for Christmas, and both years she got me a Rancor Keeper. And you know why?
You had 2?
Because that is the one toy that was always sitting on the shelf. It was a freaking shirtless fat man with a cloth on his head. The Rancor
Is that
Keeper.
why you went on to attempt to mimic his appearance in your later life?
You know what? I was inspired. Another side story. My mom had this friend who were a lot more well off than us, and her friend's kid had like every Star Wars toy, and I had my 2 Rancor Keepers and my Bib Fortuna. That was pathetic. And I decided that I wanted one of his toys. I was probably 6, 7, maybe.
So you just took it.
And
I know where this
I
is going.
stuck one of the action figures in my pocket. However, I managed to grab the fattest one. I got a Gamorrean guard. And when we were leaving, it stuck out of my pocket like an extra cock. And my mom was so embarrassed, and I don't think she ever hung out with that woman ever again after they found out her son, I was a klepto.
Yeah.
Just a simple fact.
So when you steal the Star Wars toy, you want to go after the 3POs, the Leias. You don't grab the Gamorrean
You
guards.
probably couldn't even get an R2-D2, right? Because he's a little too...
Well, he's small. He'd probably be inconspicuous. But
Yeah.
I went for the fattest thing.
Yeah, or a Jawa or Ewok.
I could have grabbed a couple.
A lesser droid.
You just like the fat figures. Is what it was.
I
So
just
there's the CGI right there, that thing.
The Han Solo on the wall?
No, the thing right there.
on the left.
Moving,
Oh,
moving
which one?
badly.
Which one?
The one on the right
Yeah, the one on the right. It's too late, it's gone now.
kind of
That's CG too.
kind of looks like a penis with an eye, with holding a staff.
Creature.
That kind of just
Man,
flipper babying.
So, because this... Okay, so Return of the Jedi is definitely not the highest Star Wars movie on the list. So, we're going to probably be... We're going to have to probably...
Let's put it this way.
I'm
I'm gonna tell you right now, there's no prequels. And
Oh, fuck yeah, no way.
yeah, and the other 2 movies are on the list, but they are way,
In the 100?
way farther
Top 100?
down.
So, or farther up the list.
Yeah.
So, has anyone seen the prequels recently?
I have not.
I have not seen any of them outside of the theaters.
So recently, I rewatched Revenge of the Sith because I had finally watched all of Clone Wars because people kept saying it was good. So I
Was
watched it, and Clone Wars is like, yeah, it's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be for a cartoon. And then I watched Revenge of the Sith. That movie is awful.
Yeah.
Like awful.
It's hard to
People keep on rationalizing that it is actually now replaced Return of the Jedi as the 3rd best film.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
The acting
it is like the
awful.
It is like the
it's
most
so bad.
expensive fan film ever made. That's how bad it is. It's really stilted acting, horrible dialogue, direction that is so pedestrian and boring. It's amateur hour. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that I actually thought it was great back then.
If you broke up, you thought that movie was great?
I thought it was great back then.
You were out of your mind.
Really
your taste now has become suspect to me on every level.
Hey, I'm telling you, watching it now through clear eyes, without the gauze of
Fanboyism?
fandom.
Did you like the fact that all three of those movies, if you put them all together, you probably have 4 hours of scenes with the Senate talking? I mean, it's that freaking boring.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
You know, because young people across the world, around the globe, were demanding.
But the thing is, the reality of it is that stuff is not even. That stuff's not even the worst stuff.
It's so boring.
It's
the action scenes.
Did you ever figure out that fat dancer, Jeff?
I don't think they ever made that figure unless they did a later one. Okay, this is terrible. What's about to happen right now?
Yeah, why are you making us watch this version?
Oh no!
What's the name of that? What is that? The thing from the honeycomb? Honeycomb?
I don't know, but
Guys, it's Cy Soodle and the Max Rebo Orchestra.
Oh, God.
Did you make that up?
No, I swear to God.
That's what they're called. Max
How do you know
Rebo's the
that?
black or the blue thing.
When I was a kid, we had one VHS tape of Saturday morning cartoons that we taped off the TV. And I remember they were really touting the Return of the Jedi, Cy Soodle, and the Max Rebo Orchestra.
I'm telling you, it's that guy from the honeycomb commercials. Remember that
That's
guy?
us. Honeycomb, we want honeycomb?
Yeah, that creature.
That creature.
Wait, so this whole dance sequence was not in the original?
No! This whole song wasn't in it. There was.
I remember this, though.
Yeah, this was in it.
She's actually the only character that actually came back in the special edition because they're now added a scene.
They wanted to refilm her?
Yeah. And there's 2 times that she actually
So
fell
she's
out of
held
her
up
top.
well.
Yeah, no, she actually is aged. This is all new.
Is she actually topless underneath?
Oh yeah, you don't get to see what happens to her down there. It's all kind of off screen. So yeah, they brought her
Look
back
at
for that.
Forlom.
Wow.
Or
I can
Reese.
see her boobs.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I thought this was a kid's movie.
I saw it as a kid. I loved
Well,
it.
I mean, remember that there was no PG-13 at the time this was made.
That's true.
But also that sequence is new
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Why would Lucas add in a shot where you can see her boobs?
because he's a horny old dude.
But they're space boobs. They hardly count as boobs.
They're green boobs.
Yeah.
I mean, they serve an entirely different function in George Lucas's mind.
I remember as a kid seeing when Jabba pulls that creature out and eats it.
Yeah.
I just thought as a kid, I want one of those so bad. Like
You
just
wanna eat one?
like
You wanna
a
eat
bowl, I can just pull stuff out of it.
When I was a kid, I
Yes,
first saw
yeah.
that. For whatever reason, I thought that where she had fell down, she had got turned into the little thing
Is
that
that-
he eats.
Oh.
That was the weirdest thing.
Oh god.
Is that an African American in the background over there? Was he added?
Oh, the guy up behind Jabba.
Yeah.
That's
Because,
possible.
I mean, that was always the criticism, right? That Lando was the only African American in...
It does look like overacting.
Well, I suppose he wasn't African American. He was,
He's overacting like crazy right now.
Cloud
No.
Citian.
Yeah.
Have they explained why they left him out of the sequels, by the
Cloud
way?
Citizen?
Is he not in the new ones?
Lando?
Oh, the new one?
Yeah.
I thought he
don't know.
was coming back.
Is he?
Yeah,
I assumed
believe
he was coming back.
He shows up in Star Wars Rebels.
What is Rebels?
That's the
Because,
latest
he's
animated
black, so he's
version.
aged very well, so...
It's the new animated.
How's Carrie Fisher look, by the way?
Ooh.
Rough?
Like, look on screen right now. That's what Carrie Fisher looks like. Now.
Come on, guys. That's not true. If you watch that Star Wars Celebration panel, she's actually taking care of herself. She looks a lot better than
here's the thing.
She has a strange...
She's old!
No, well, here's the thing. She's old and she's done a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
And TV makeup does wondrous things to make someone look a lot better than they do in person.
Yeah, sure.
It was 2007. I went to Comic-Con. And I was walking around. It was like a Friday. And I'm like, why is everybody in line for this? Just woman who just looks beaten down by life. And I get a little closer, like, oh my god, that's Princess Leia. It wasn't even a 40-yard fake out. It was like...
Oh, that's 2007.
So you guys might not
She
know
could only
this,
improve.
but they actually
8 years later.
they brought back that chick from the pit, but actually that isn't Jabba, that's her.
You're funny. You're funny. That's so funny.
Remember the other one's name? The one on the oboe?
No, the blue guy?
No, that's Max Rebo.
Oh, I don't know.
Who's
Max Rebo was like the Paul Schaefer of
Hey!
of Jabba's palace.
There was an Asian guy in that.
I know, he had like, you know.
Alright, you may be surprised.
Pull the mask down.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
so why would he do
Lando!
that? I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
It's
The
for you.
bone. The bone was obscuring his vision.
From the audience.
It's for us, yeah, so we
It's a little nod like, hey, they're up to
follow
something.
it.
I don't know how well this plan was planned out, honestly.
So why is Harvey Dent in this?
Why not?
Was that in the original? I
Yes,
think
it
that
actually
in the
was.
original.
It
Yeah, I
was.
thought.
The belch and everything. Swipe.
I had that playset right there.
The Jabba?
The weird Jabba, like...
Stage.
Yeah.
Came with the Silas crumb.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Salacious Crumb?
I
Is
call
that
him
what it was?
Silas. I just made Silas. I call
You know, when you
Silas.
used to twist him, his tail would.
Yeah.
We used to set up like a football thing, and we'd try to flick figures over the goal over the.
Like you were doing like the finger football.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold the goalpost. Seems like he would be like set up for like table like air hockey.
So, Paul, never into Star Wars.
Not really. I mean, I liked the movies as a kid.
It's been that long since you've seen them last?
I haven't seen Return of the Jedi in probably 20 years at least.
Memories all coming back to you?
Yeah, like that toad in the water, you know, I wanted to eat.
I like that you have like, and it's funny that you have like things like that were the biggest takeaways for you.
Yeah, really.
Because I realized when I was in college, I've seen all the Star Wars movies multiple times, but I had never paid attention to a single one of them. So like I didn't know the dialogue from like certain movies. It's like, okay, he says I'm your father, great. But that was about all I did. But meanwhile, my friends were all just quoting verbatim, just doing scenes together, and I was like, I don't remember any of this. So when episode 2 came out, I dusted off all the old VHS copies I had.
Is that the one that had the big heads on them? Like Yoda and Darth Vader? And...
Well, I believe our copy of Return of the Jedi was very similar to Rob's father's copy of Return of the Jedi, in that it was
A VHS.
a reproduction of a video rental store's copy of the movie. But I was like, wow, these movies take forever to get through.
But at least they move at a good clip.
They do, and I mean, at least there's interesting stuff going on.
That dog in
You
the
can watch
background would be Mr. Rob's dog, Dusty.
Is it Dusty back there? No.
I'm hearing barking dogs.
It's a neighbor's dog.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, Dusty. That's Dusty.
See?
On
You guys are
cue.
more-
I believe
Aaron has arrived.
we have our...
Pause it?
Oh, man. No, let's just
Good
keep
Carrie
rolling.
Fisher look.
Carrie Fisher looked great in this.
She worked her
Not
ass
even
off.
being slave Leia. She's a certified knockout.
Have you guys ever tried to entice girlfriends or wives to get into the slave girl outfit?
Nope, never got into that.
Never? Aaron!
Hey, buddy. Feel free to sit next to me.
Best seat in the house.
Yeah.
Mr. Aaron has entered. We are watching Return of the Jedi, if you couldn't figure that out.
He's now plopped himself next to Rob like he's Salacious Crumb.
Does that make me Jabba?
That would make you Jabba.
You could be Bib Fortuna.
Aaron, do you know what those names all mean?
I do.
Oh, man.
How do you know?
I made a Salacious Crumb joke last week.
So you got all the toys then, Aaron?
My mom was a big collector. Like I had the Darth Vader head with all the figures
all the
in
toys
it.
in it.
Yeah.
I still have my Ewok Village.
I never even saw it before.
Yeah,
Whole set.
it has 3 trees that are its anchors, and then has a boulder that swings down from it. That was great fun when you were a kid.
It had the net, right?
Yeah, it had the net. I think it comes with the throne that they put C-3PO on.
It was nice of them to put them in the same cell.
Yes. I never had any Star Wars toys except for one. And that was AT-AT, or an AT.
An AT-AT? Is that not the walker, that's the two-legged thing?
That's the four-legged one, man.
Wait, what's the walker?
It's just the ST, right?
Wait, what's the two-legged thing in the Force in this movie? What is that thing called?
That's what he's talking about, the ST.
Oh, that's it. Okay, sorry.
I always just called it an Imperial Walker.
Yeah, me too. That's what it is. That's cool though. That was a cool toy.
Those were all great. Like,
Oh, you don't want to sit next to me?
He needs to
The
project
sexual
more.
tension was a little rough.
There, you can settle having your... Oh, Kat is still here 25 minutes into the movie. This is
What's funny is
the
that
second
Kat-
longest she sat through one of these.
When did you see this for the first time? Not too long ago, huh? Recently.
Are you talking Kat?
Just recently.
She had never seen this movie before.
So isn't this like an inherently dark Force power? Like he just walks up and chokes these two guards.
Yeah, that's Sith
Right.
power right there.
And all they're just doing their job, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
couldn't he easily?
Well, he's
control
dressed
their
all in
minds?
black too, though.
Yeah.
Hey, that looks really real.
do you think that there's an interview process to be a Gamorrean guard?
I think you just have to be... I think...
I think
Do
it's
you
right
just
in your
show
blood.
up or you drafted into
I think
it?
it's in your blood. Like I imagine they don't have just one kid; they probably have broods. So that whole clan gets drafted. You know?
So
What
where
do you
did...
call when pigs have like a bunch of babies? You call that a litter?
Yeah.
Call it a litter? Is that what you call it? For like a
Oh,
swine collection?
There it was.
What?
Paul's getting hungry.
I know. Yeah.
Saw it swimming.
I was wondering why I was
Some more gummy
salivating.
Black Force things.
That thing that Jabba sits next to, Paul says he wanted to eat those little crawfish.
Those are full-on toads.
Frogs, man.
Do all of you feel Slave Leia is oversold?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Like, do you think
As a
she's-
sex object?
as a sex symbol, Slave Leia is played out, or more?
If anything, I appreciate her more now, looking at her, seeing that she's pretty fit in this. But she never really did much. Carrie Fisher is a
Well,
whole...
are you talking about all the cosplayers that go to conventions?
Cosplayers, just in general, like you'll be watching an episode of The
Do you
Big Bang
do you
Theory.
do you feel the need to spank it to Return of the Jedi? Like,
Not as much.
I
I gotta say, I never.
never temptation.
To Leia? To Princess?
too wholesome.
Are you serious?
I never thought she was attractive.
You just always think of her as Eddie Fisher's daughter.
I just
I
think
wouldn't say she's not. I wouldn't say she's unattractive. I was just that maybe it was too young.
yeah, no, that's probably exactly.
I just didn't see her that way.
I never thought that she'd be attracted to me, not because I'm black, it's because I'm not related to her enough.
Ah, Squidhead over there in the background.
That's the thing about George Lucas and these special editions. He fucking feels like he needs to stuff the frame,
Every inch, square inch.
every inch of it. It's like, oh, there's too much empty space here.
Look at that poor bastard.
Yeah, that guy. He's like you said. He's just doing his job. Now he's gonna get killed.
What if it was the same guy he choked earlier?
Look, this is not my day.
That was probably his cousin.
And then all his friends are just laughing at him as he's getting killed.
And in
Okay.
a world of cybernetic hands, does Lando have the worst costume ever? Like, he has the technology to make these amazing things, and he's got like a party mask.
Well, you missed when he pulled it down, so you know that it was Lando.
Yeah. Hey y'all, it's me.
Stay tuned for more.
Didn't he sell malt liquor for a while?
Colt
What, the
45.
Rancor monster?
Yeah.
Was he confirmed for the new movies?
Well, we were just discussing
I
that.
thought he was coming.
I
back,
assumed.
but
He showed up in
Look,
Star
they're
Wars
laughing.
Rebels.
I think it's great.
Well, I haven't heard him being in Rebels.
Wait, so is this puppetry or is it
That
stop
is-
motion?
The Rancor is a high-speed puppet.
That looks great, doesn't it? I think
It does. I mean, like that's you can't beat practical effects. Seriously.
That looks really good.
Yeah, that's not stop motion, right? It's a puppet film.
Yeah.
To look big.
Did Jim Henson do this?
Yeah.
One, it's fun.
In the 80s,
What,
it was always...
why does he not use the Force? Is he like not completely? Could he not Force choke a Rancor?
Because he's a bully. That's what it is. He only
Only
picks
the
up things
weaker.
that are smaller than him. Yeah.
do you like that the Rancor monster toy came with
Oh,
the bonus bone to shove in its mouth?
Did it really?
Yeah, it did.
I actually did have Rancor monster, and I actually got a figure stuck in my Rancor monster.
Which
Why
end?
can't it grab the bone out?
Yeah, it's not like a T-Rex,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because he can do
It's not
that,
hard.
because he's a badass. Look at that Jawa. He don't even, belong
Did
with.
anybody else see the guy who looked like Greedo's stunt double before when Luke was falling in?
Where's his gems?
Yeah, and also,
Maybe it's a girl.
like, if it lives in this tiny cage, wouldn't
Maybe
there
they're
just
on
be
its back.
feces everywhere?
Yeah, good point.
Like, the thing's giant.
Maybe it does it in a quarter of the dungeon that's a little more private.
So it's got, like, a back corner that they can go to.
You know,
You don't want to
Rancor Guano is sought after throughout the galaxy.
So, there's my action figure.
Does he have a tail? What's that third appendage back there?
That's his wiener.
I didn't realize
I prefer the term.
the Jabba's tail got a deep cut on it.
What?
Yeah, screw it. There's so much like stuff you see, it really doesn't even matter.
Yeah, you don't even know if it's out of
Fuck the Force! I could just throw this. Aw. Whoa! What?
And why do all of the aliens of Greedo's species dress exactly the same?
We have a uniform.
Oh, she's hilarious. There he is.
You know, if that had been Han Solo under that falling door, would have been totally fine. And he would have gotten his hat.
That was kind of.
So sad.
Did George Lucas extend the screen time for your action figure in that last shot?
No, I think this is all from the original.
Yeah. Somebody comes up and holds him.
I think that I actually really like this moment. That's his pet. It's like someone just saw his dog
You
get
have
ran
to
over.
wonder the mentality of that moment. Like, let's put that scene in there. Why not? Show a guy be sad about that thing getting killed. I mean, that's not usual. That's
But you also,
unexpected.
you don't see any scenes like that in the new ones.
No, it's unusual.
There's actually
I
depth
with Jeff,
there.
I do appreciate
they
that.
didn't have time.
This
Well,
movie does. This movie actually has a
procedure.
few scenes like that. Later, I mean, there's. I mean, I could say
No,
it
don't get
right
me
now.
wrong. Return of the Jedi is not a bad movie.
No, it has its issues.
Ewoks.
Other than that,
But you know
is that
what?
about it?
Here's the thing about Ewoks. When I saw, we'll discuss it when we get to the Ewoks. But I saw it as a kid, so I did not mind the
Yeah,
Ewoks.
sure. I was the same way. I didn't mind when I was a
Maybe you
kid.
should come to the realization that these movies are for kids.
For babies, even.
Let's
That's
talk about the number of sci-fi things that were also intended for kids. Doctor Who.
That's for babies.
That was
I don't go off on Doctor Who. I don't want to hear anybody tell me how great Doctor Who is. I'll argue the point to death. I understand it's entertaining, right?
I'm just saying it was a kids show. It was
Oh
intended
my
to be
God,
for,
look at
like,
those
not nowadays.
things.
That looks really real.
It's a her.
This all looks real.
Wait, is this all fake?
Yeah, it's all fake.
This is all authentic looking shit.
I still think Return of the Jedi has the best lightsaber duel of any of the movies.
Better than Maul and
In terms
That's
of the
way too
emotion and weight.
choreographed.
I kind of wish that George Lucas wouldn't have reshot that because I liked the aspect of when it was all grainy. It looked like it was real. It was out there. There was wind. You believed that there was actual weather in this like far off galaxy.
instead of a studio.
Instead of it just looking like a perfect like soundstage,
When we get to the lightsaber duel, I'll explain our reasons for why.
I can't wait.
Well, they shot this in like Tunisia.
No, it's in Arizona, actually.
What? I think.
No, you're thinking of the first movie.
Did they
think
shoot
about-
in
you think about
Morocco?
a new-
Or?
No, this is actually the only Star Wars movie that was filmed almost exclusively in the States.
Oh, okay. So, but the first one they shot in location,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
And over here you'll see the
Soon you will learn to. What is her role? I understand she's
She's a
slave
pet.
labor. Is she a pet? Does he
I
do?
believe she's part of a.
Does he do overt sexual
a harem?
things to her? Are there scenes we're not seeing?
He sticks his tongue out at her.
And what's she supposed to do with it? She's supposed to take it?
I don't know, bro.
Are you going to argue with
It is a PG movie. Calm
two-ton
down.
hut?
I think she'd enjoy that tongue. Though. It's very.
Sounds like you're a salacious crone.
Oh,
Oh, look at that thing. It's fucking Aubrey, too. What was it?
Audrey.
Audrey.
Oh, little shop of horrors.
I've never seen this. This looks awful.
You did. Yeah.
Audrey, too, of course, also the voice of Mother Brain from Captain N.
Yes.
The Game Master.
And I believe he was one of the Temptations.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Fine band.
Little Shop of Horrors. Yeah, that's a classic. Where's that?
Is that a Ninja Turtle?
That's way higher.
Oh, wow, okay.
Like a cross between a Ninja Turtle and like Charles Bronson.
Piece of worm-ridden filth. You'll get no such pleasure from us.
See, we're watching it now.
Well, because Han gets all the best lines. Though, he really, I think, is mailing it in this movie. Because this is like, he did Empire, then shortly after that we had our Raiders and Blade Runner. Now suddenly Harrison Ford's actually a marquee name. So then he's like, probably, oh god, I gotta do this.
Well, the rumors were that he asked George Lucas to kill him off.
Exactly. And Lucas would have nothing.
Didn't have to be in the movie.
No, I'm talking about...
I was hungry for prunes.
That's a Sarlacc we're looking at in this, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
the Starlight Pit, I think. That's the name.
So-
Sarlacc.
Strongly vaginal.
He was, not anymore. Now it's got that fucking...
Whee!
I kind of imagine that's what Carrie Fisher's vagina is.
A Sarlacc pit?
Yeah.
Before or after the special effects?
Oh,
Ugh.
Depends on what's the time of the movie.
I like the stories
Richard Wilhelm.
of how Alec Guinness felt about the various members of the cast in the first movie. And of all the people he couldn't stand, I guess Anthony Daniels was by far the one he could stand the least.
The R2, the guy who was in the R2 suit, didn't
Kenny
care
Baker?
for him either.
Yeah.
Why
They
did
felt
hate
like
him?
he just kind of, he just overacted through the whole thing.
Oh, it's Boba Fett. Everybody loves Boba Fett. I'm going to record right now and say, fuck Boba Fett.
oh no!
You're more of a jungle fat.
Well, the reality
I'm more-
is, if you were, objectively speaking, if you were to watch the movies with Boba Fett, in, he's pretty incompetent. I mean,
It's-
look at he gets...
He's like a C-
He's
bounty
done. He's dead right
hunter
here.
at
That's it
best.
for him. He's done in by a blind Han Solo who accidentally hits him.
Well, he did outsmart Han Solo in Empire.
And yet they're giving him his own movie.
Right, yeah. They're giving him a young Boba Fett movie.
Oh.
I
Joe
hope-
Camel! Joe Camel!
I hope it'll be a lot like the Young Indiana Jones TV series.
I like how she murders him in cold blood. Boom.
Was that part of the plan, or is that just she didn't
I think
get
it
her a
was-
piece?
Yeah, because she could have gotten away here. But
Yeah.
she's like, no.
She's like, I'm gonna get this fucker.
Well, she's technically still chained to him. Doesn't the R2-D2 have to free
Oh,
the
he
chain?
humiliated her. Put her in that
Yeah, she's a fucking princess.
bikini, and then they put her in chains.
Get him.
She could have said no.
I bet she kissed it.
Oh man, this is violent.
I'll be honest, I don't think Jabba would have minded.
Violent.
He went
And
out
then
like
he
David
dwelled.
Carradine.
Like
The camera
David-
dwelled
he got
on
Carradine.
death.
Yeah.
It's pretty dark.
And who's the guy from NXS who died that way?
Michael Hutchins.
So did Carradine.
Hello!
Here!
Oh no,
Oh.
Audrey!
God looks so bad.
It looks
That looked
awful.
really real.
Have you seen this already?
No.
Yeah, I haven't either. It's shocking.
You guys
how
never
awful
saw the
this is.
special edition?
No.
No, I'm not for.
Oh, stop looking down on her.
Wow.
What's up?
I really do enjoy this scene. Like, it seemed like they almost put in like a pirate movie in the middle of this space opera.
Oh
Well,
no,
I think-
Audrey!
So most of the best scenes with Star Wars, they blend like a little action, a little danger with comedy. And the sort of the mix is what makes them so great.
And everybody loves it when a plan comes together, like an episode of the A-Team, right? So the fact that there was actually some planning and preparation that went into this, it's much better than, just showing up and just punching someone and okay.
Complete
you're right.
haphazard, right? Like in the prequels.
And really, if
Well, in the prequels, you'll probably have a whole scene where they would sit around a table and discuss it.
Well, you need kids to kill half the bad guys too.
I think what the failure of the prequels was that they didn't have Stephen Cannell writing, because if it was, as you know, Stephen Cannell, creator of the A-Team, there would have been scenes of them like welding all the weapons, carrying things around. It really would have built the tension during those parliamentary scenes.
Wait, did I miss the part? How's this thing blowing up again?
atomic
He
bombs,
pointed
bro.
the gun at the deck.
What?
Put it at the deck. Yeah. It's the fossil
Magnets. Is there anything they can't do?
He aimed
Was it necessary? There were probably innocent people on that
There's
barge.
nobody innocent on that.
All those
fucking
slaves, like, we're finally free.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they're gonna save us
Guilty
too.
by association.
So do you think they added in that shadow digitally?
Yes.
This movie is terrible.
As long as it was Tatooine, it's not like it was a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Yeah, right. It's nothing but bad guys on that planet.
Did Lucas ever really talk about why he made the decisions to like butcher these movies? Like,
Because
I
he
mean,
never
just-
thought they were perfect. He wanted to make them
he was
perfect.
very,
But did he not see the CGI that went into them? Like, can he? Does he?
At the time, they were state of the art.
Why they look better than these now is the problem.
What's that?
The effects back then, they hold up better than the effects now.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of talk that essentially these were like R&D.
Oh, you mean the practical effects hold up better than the digital?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But for a lot of talk was that essentially Lucas was practicing for the prequels.
I blame like stuff like this on like your team. I think you have to have a team that says, no, you can't. This looks terrible.
I was going to say no to
Well, you surround yourself with yes men. Everybody like, that's a great idea, George.
Yeah, that'd be my money.
Yeah, bring us more money.
Poetry, George!
Well, because he knew, like, you re-release these, people are gonna go see him, right? They make tons of money.
Aaron, would you like some fruit snacks?
Sure.
Always liked Imperial guards.
Thanks.
Anybody need a
all
replenish?
the like red-colored guards of every action figure line were awesome. Like
Yeah, right.
like the Crimson Guard from G.I. Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Loved them.
Black Forest. What are the gummies for?
No
For
reason.
the Black Forest of Endor.
Yeah.
Isn't that just like Northern California?
I was trying to find Star Wars candy. I was
Newer
unsuccessful.
Forest.
You couldn't have dug out a box of C-3POs for us?
Stale ass box of 3POs. No.
Oh, man.
I almost thought it was gonna go get some frog legs and get inventive, but I
See
didn't.
how that would have worked out for me? You could have put it in a bowl next to me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I would have grabbed it and like,
But you don't eat meat.
I would eat it for you, Jeff.
Well, it's kind of like fish.
Yeah, I would eat
Kind of
frog.
fish.
Probably.
For the record, would you eat frog legs?
I've eaten frog legs multiple times. I like
Sander
them.
D's, the place that you're having your birthday shindig, is going to have.
Oh, by the way, you showing up, Aaron?
Well, what time is that?
It's 7 o'clock on a Friday.
I'll be there.
Which Friday?
May 15th.
I'll be there.
I might not be there.
What?
I will hopefully be there. I've never been to Sandra D's.
Good
And
stuff.
I work like 2
How
blocks
did you
away
manage
from it.
to get them to give you? I mean, are you reserving a
Yeah,
spot?
I reserve.
He gave Sandra the D.
I asked.
Whoa.
I asked.
Keep it clean, Aaron.
This is a PG movie.
Grow up, guys.
Although there's boob in this movie now. Did you know that, Aaron?
No.
Yeah, there's boob. Maybe we should rewind it.
Alien
Nope.
boob?
Yes.
Are you talking about the top of Yoda's head?
No, you saw it, Scott.
I saw it.
Who's boob?
One of the chicks that falls down into the
With the
Sarlacc
like
pit.
tentacle kind of like
Yeah.
things hanging
Green.
Oh
off
yeah,
her.
yeah.
They filmed new scenes with her, apparently.
There was at least side boob.
No, I saw a nipple.
Was she dancing? That's the one dancing, right?
I was the one dancing.
Yeah, but then she falls in the
freeze
pit.
frame it then.
Then you see it, and you see her nipple.
Wow.
This puppet Yoda is way better looking than the CGI.
I know.
Yoda.
But he doesn't have the steely glares of determination that CG Yoda does. He's just crazy and resigned.
No more jumping around like a frog.
By the way, he is a complete coward, right?
Yoda?
Yeah.
Why?
Like, well, at least Ben is out there, trying to. First of all, Ben was, I think, the most effective Jedi.
I don't-
He killed all the bad guys.
I think.
I don't know if you
He's
can. really-
900 years old.
I don't think you can hold Yoda to that standard, though. Because
I think also Yoda. This is his plan. He
Yeah,
sent Obi-Wan out
After he
there.
got his ass kicked, he decided, he's like, I'm out of here. And he just
No,
went away.
because he knew that he needs to, get back,
Yeah.
reset, and he's got to repopulate the Jedi Order.
He said he was defeated.
Yeah, exactly. He's sitting here by himself. He tries to talk Luke out of training. He's like, oh, he's too old, and blah, blah, blah. Ben from the grave, right, has to talk him into it. Ben is the one holding this whole thing together, I think.
Well, there's a theory
Ben
out there
is
that
pretty big.
that was all
Ben is a
rouge
badass.
on That was all ruse by.
You said Rouge first.
Yeah, shut up. It was all ruse.
It was a rogue.
That the Obi-Wan and Yoda were working together to essentially
to get Luke to get into this.
Right, exactly.
This is fanfic. You're just making.
No,
this
I think
up.
Yoda was concerned he's going to become like his father.
I think Yoda didn't want to have to work anymore.
So when Yoda dies at the end of the scene, do you think Luke totally loots his fucking house? Takes those
probably
fucking
nothing
those
there.
wooden spoons right there.
Those fucking spoons.
He's been casing it for weeks.
And I mean, wasn't Yoda just like batshit crazy in Empire?
I think
Where
he was testing.
where he's mine.
Yeah.
Oh, that was...
Well, I think that was part of the.
I think it was
game.
testing.
But once the gig was up, and he's like, I don't want to train him.
Shit, I am getting too old for this.
I am.
Ben's like, look, if I can take a saber to the throat, you can train this little weasel.
Did that ever really hit him though?
I think he ducked
Because
out.
honestly, it just honestly hits his clothes,
I
right?
think he ducked out before.
You think?
Yeah.
But then would he be dead?
I think he did it in a way like, you didn't kill me, let's put it that way.
How about maybe we figure he like left his material body
Yeah.
and just became pure energy.
But
talking about right
when
now.
Yoda disappears,
Like
his
Darth
clothes
Vader
go
would kill
with
Ben.
him in this scene. So what?
Oh, Obi-Wan knew what he was doing. He
Yeah.
had figured out how to turn into the
Pure energy is what
pure
it is.
energy.
Pure-
and he was like,
pure
I'm gonna be a
energy.
martyr now.
And he didn't even give, after you figure,
This is all a big manipulation on these guys' part to get Luke to bring balance to the...
Because Luke is dumb.
You're reading too much into
I
this.
think so too.
There's a possibility of that. That's what's fun about stuff like this, you know? You allow your mind to run around with it, and you can talk about it. Whether or not it's true doesn't matter. Death of the author, you know.
Did you say the death of B. Arthur?
Name of the podcast.
It's a dark day in American history.
It really, I think, I don't know if I'll be inconsolable when Betty White finally shuffles off this mortal coil, but I would like to think that when she finally passes,
Should we like
we'll,
Yoda?
We'll go the same way.
we'll see the hologram of
There
all
you go.
four of them together.
That's right.
She'll turn into
All the Golden Girls? Is that what you're talking
Yeah.
about?
Rue McClanahan, Sel Getty, Beatrice Arthur.
Wasn't Estelle Getty actually the youngest one?
Yeah, she was.
What order did they die in?
I believe it
Estelle
was...
went first, I believe.
No.
right? Or the
No,
Rue.
I think it was B. Arthur first.
Really?
Then Rue McClanahan, then
She
Estelle
was
They must have
Getty.
went like really quick after each
Rue
other.
McClanahan was a slut.
Okay.
Was it Blanche?
Blanche.
Blanche.
And then the other one was the stern one, right? Who's the tall stern?
That was
That's
B.
B. Arthur.
That's
B.
B.
Arthur.
Arthur.
She was Dorothy. Dorothy Svornak.
She was sexless. That was.
Isn't
she
it
was
sad
scary.
that
She was the one who, at the end of the series, marries Leslie Nielsen.
Oh no, Yoda's dead!
He's got to take his clothes with him, unlike Ben.
Let's see.
I could see Yoda and B. Arthur. That'd be like a, opposites
couple?
attract.
I find it really
It was just
disturbing
Ben
that we
he
all
left his
know
cloak behind, right?
so
No,
much
he doesn't leave.
about
The cloak
Golden Girls.
goes with him. Watch.
My parents were
No, I'm talking about Ben.
I find it more disturbing that I was watching The Golden Girls when I was like 5 and 6 years old, and I go back and watch it now, and I'm like, wow, this is really inappropriate.
Really? 'Cause-
For a 5 or 6
Okay,
year
that
old.
now makes sense because that was the one show my dad told me I could not watch.
It was
When I
so
was a kid,
filthy.
He said you can't watch
So-
Golden
It
Girls.
was also
Tons
very
of
progressive.
innuendos.
Very progressive.
How old were you?
I was probably
He
like
was a Christian.
9
I
or
don't
10.
think you wanted to see Golden Girls.
Oh, I watched it.
Did you?
He told me to turn it off.
There was a taboo. I wasn't allowed to watch Three's Company, but I was allowed to watch The Golden Girls. What could be wrong with these sweet old ladies?
Right.
Why were they dirty old ladies?
Oh man,
Oh,
Blanche
yeah.
was a whore,
Really?
like Black Widow.
The funny thing,
Topical.
the funny
Oh
thing
yeah,
is,
Aaron, you've seen, you watched Avengers, right?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I thought it felt rushed.
Think Black Widow was a whore?
Of course she was, but that's all right.
But not good. You didn't like it then? That's what you're trying to
I
say.
know, I did. I just felt it was rushed. It was very big,
Oh, goodness.
and
Yeah,
they couldn't really
he
come
wants to
together.
be anywhere but here.
is it a matinee or is it better than a matinee?
Oh, it's better than Men. I mean, the special effects, the set pieces for it are really good.
They're
You
almost
could
up to
tell
par to
it was-
Jedi.
Everything was animated at the beginning.
Yeah.
You could tell. So
better than the first Avengers movie?
I like the first one better.
I like the first Avengers better myself.
That's because you didn't know what to expect, and it was unprecedented.
Exactly.
Now you're kind of...
Oh, is that why I liked it better?
I think so.
Rob explains it all.
Yeah.
My expectation...
Also, it's got the higher... It's got higher highs. I guess is
The first one does?
Yeah.
High notes, like applause-worthy moments.
I just didn't feel like the Chitauri were as convincing enough a foil for the franchise than Ultron is. But maybe I'm
Now,
Oh,
wrong.
that was Ultron? I thought just about it was James Spader. I didn't know it was a robot.
Ultron was an awesome villain, though. I really like Ultron.
And I feel like that's what Age of Ultron is going
It's
to be.
kind of
once I
funny
see it.
because there's been a lot of complaints from people that they thought Ultron was kind of generic.
Really? I thought it was super, really had a lot of personality.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed him too. I think it was maybe because he was another robot, another sentient AI that wants to destroy the world.
Get in line.
Slamming a piece of itself into itself.
Right.
Kind of a weird way to do it. Whatever.
I have to say, Mark Hamill just embarrasses himself acting next to King. I have to say, I watched Empire not that long ago. I'm watching Jedi. Mm-hmm. Mark Hamill was actually a really good actor in Empire, and he's terrible in this. And the same goes with Carrie Fisher. So, who's the guy that directed it?
Irvin Kershner directed Empire.
Yeah. And this is
guy's
Marquez.
name is Richard Marquand.
This reminds me of the... was it Peter O'Toole and Brad Pitt were in that movie...
Peter
he
O'Toole.
was Achilles. What was the name of that movie?
Troy.
He was acting next to Peter O'Toole, and it kind of reminded me of this, too. It's like...
Brad Pitt's terrible in that
Yeah.
fucking movie. Take it! It's yours!
He had that scene with... he had the scene with Peter O'Toole in the tent. It's like, oh, God. That's embarrassing.
Was Corvette Summer in between Star Wars and Empire or Empire and Jedi?
I believe Star Wars and Empire.
What the hell is Corvette Summer?
Corvette Summer is a really awesome movie that you need to see, Paul.
Are you being facetious?
It has Corvettes and summer in it. What's there not to like?
I liked that when I was younger, actually.
It was the movie that gave Mark Hamill his unique scar on his face.
Okay.
Because he got in a car accident while filming it.
Okay.
Possibly in a drug or alcohol-infused haze.
Quite possibly in a Corvette.
Before he became a bad actor.
Yeah.
As opposed...
He's, I don't know if he's necessarily a bad actor. I mean, he's one of the best Jokers that we've had.
Somebody's mom wandered
Star
into this
Wars
movie.
and Corvette Summer, this guy could actually kind of act.
Isn't
Then
that
he
technically voice acting?
Oh, he's a great voice actor.
Yeah.
You know what? He was in The Kingsman this year, and I actually, in a small role, I liked him.
I assume he's gotten a lot
He's in
better.
The Flash.
I just think he was...
Oh, it's Trickster. Oh,
Wasn't he in a Sam Fuller movie, the big red one? Or something
Yes.
Yeah, see? He was,
That was alright.
he was a
He was-
better actor when he was younger.
He was one of the first video game cutscene actors in Wing
Wing
Commander.
Commander, oh yeah. It's a shame he didn't show up in the...
Did they ever make her
official
figure?
movie.
Because I totally want one.
Was that?
Is that Mon Mothma? Was
I don't
that?
know. Some house
I'm
mom
sure they
in
made...
That
When-
is,
in
is
the
that
90s.
Mon Mothma? Yeah, I think that's her, right?
Who the hell is Mon Mothma?
The lady there.
the special lady
She was the
from.
chick who ran the rebellion.
Oh.
The one who pulled the strings, the Janet Reno of space.
Yeah, the Margaret Thatcher.
You know, George Lucas wanted to give her a horn or something, though. To just make her freaky so she could sell toys.
Who's that new character they have in the books? Her name is basically More Muff. Moth More or something like that. She's a...
What books are you reading?
she's a like lesbian Jedi character.
Slash.
They're just finding new ways to say pussy galore.
Oh, boom! That's how we do it.
Easy.
That was actually
Well, how lazy is that for your
a
third
rebellion
movie to
sex
be
ed
another
film
Death
that
Star?
they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
You know
movie
what?
does feel lazy.
It's like, oh, let's just do another Death Star.
Again?
Yeah, Wedge Antilles. That's my favorite character right there.
So seeing this scene, are you really that surprised
I'm all
that they
about the witch.
shoved in so many intergalactic Senate scenes in the prequels? Seems like this was really his passion.
Yeah, he went back and watched them and like, dude, these scenes work better than...
Were there always that many
You want to document how democracy
Yeah, I
Yeah,
died.
there were quite a few. My favorite thing on Star Tours, or actually
This
not
is
even
how
on Star
democracy
Tours,
died.
but
Thunderous applause.
when
So poignant.
when they had the People Mover in Disneyland, and you would go through the Star Tours area, you could see into the like bridge area where they had all the Akbar aliens. That was my favorite thing going to Disneyland. Was
Before you
going on
went to the
Movers.
Tron room?
Yeah.
You see all the calamari?
Yes.
You know, that's the one ride more people died on than any other ride in
The
Disneyland's
People
history.
Mover?
Yep.
How do people die on the people?
Because the people were dumb enough trying to jump from one people mover to the next.
Because it was so slow moving and you were basically on a monorail.
And a lot of people fell to their deaths. At least 3 cases of that happened.
Circle Vision also
Are you
was...
trying to sound like an urban legend that you just invented?
No. I go on Wikipedia to find all the deaths in Disneyland.
We'll say Wikipedia urban legends.
No, that's true. Because they put, like, newspaper articles. And this back when the news told the truth.
Right.
Where'd she go?
Do you think he was drinking back?
He was more concerned about his ship than his
Did this
friend.
start?
You're right.
I don't understand.
You're going to war, but bring my ship back.
How come
Yeah.
Han didn't just
You can
take
die,
his damn
that's
ship?
okay.
Because Han was on the special mission.
Well, why couldn't they get someone else? No one can fly
It's
it.
the fastest ship in the fleet.
Yeah, but you might want to get the best pilot to fly it. I don't know.
How do you know Lando ain't?
Because he scratches it.
It was his ship originally.
Yeah.
The satellite breaks off and he gets no more, cable.
I think if Lando flew it, he'd get pulled over too.
They were on the neighborhood there on the Death Star.
Oh, how fast we're going.
They are Nazis after all.
Right. Chewie, let's get with this piece of junk.
Or at least Chewie should have went with Lando, right? At least, get some.
No, because Chewie has a life debt.
How would you pick the teams? who would you send to the Force? Who would you send up in space?
Yeah, come on, man. People don't want to see Lando and Chewie together. They want to see Han and Chewie together.
Okay, you want to know why they didn't, have them... Number one, they're trying to infiltrate, right? They're taking an Imperial ship.
So they take Chewbacca.
Chewbacca has a life debt to Han. He's always going to go.
And here's the thing. When the chips are down, do you really want to have Lando with you who's already sold you out once?
No.
Oh,
no.
yeah. That's why they didn't take him. So let's not read into it.
Instead, they took the bipedal robot who can barely move his knees into the Force. Right?
Exactly. He's a translator.
Listen.
Okay? He's going to interpret.
You can't put that technology, just take his head and put it in a backpack.
Are these guys new?
Yeah, exactly.
No, they actually they were like.
They look like Russians.
They look like...
I actually had that purple guy's action figure. He was a later
They got the fucking
figure.
hats, dude. They got the
What are
fucking,
they? Are they part of his
fez.
council?
They
or
look like
something?
characters from Bill and Ted.
Are they advisors?
Brain
What
guys.
are their,
Is one of those guys Clarence Clemens?
Hey, what's up?
what's their function?
I think they're
To
the
bow
Emperor.
down?
Yeah.
I had that figure. They made figures later figures of peripheral characters, and they came with coins. And those figures are actually worth a lot of fucking money now. And I had the purple guy, and I had the big long dude with the stick with heads on it from Jabba's lair.
I have the purple guy.
I had the purple guy.
Requesting
I
deactivation.
didn't know his name. I don't know.
So how big is the Death Star?
So big.
How many parsecs?
How big is
Yeah, is it as
Star
big
Destroyer?
as the moon? Is it that size?
That's no moon.
Seriously, is it that big? How big is it?
Why don't
Look
they
at
just
it
have a
relative
few
to the
Superstar Destroyers instead of a Death Star?
Listen, when the moon hits your eye like a big piece of pie, that's a Death Star.
So, what do you think the budget is in making a Death Star?
Fuck.
I want to know where they get all the material.
Yeah, that's a good point.
What is the money in
Why do you
Star
stop it
Wars?
now?
Federation credits.
Is that what it is?
Do you print that?
Ducats.
Wait, but then if you're a rebel, what money do
Man,
you
what kind of
use?
deficit do you think they
Oh, yeah.
got?
But who's going to
A system of barter.
There's got to be a planet that funds it
Droids?
all. The Empire owes money to this one planet that has all the money.
Well, like Game of Thrones, like one bank.
Right, yeah, it's
They're undefeatable.
Endangering the mission. I shouldn't have come.
Fuck yeah, you are.
Imagination.
Bravos. That's the place in Game of Thrones.
Isn't there one bank in Harry Potter too? They go into
All staffed by
That's Peter.
by elf,
elves,
dwarves.
right? Yeah,
Oh yeah, they're in control of all the money.
yeah.
So they're essentially
The massive
stand-in for
dwarf
Jews.
conspiracy.
As you wish, my lord. Carry on.
I'm sure so. I think that guy survived like all the movies.
That's not Grand Moff Tarkin,
Which is
it?
quite
Oh, he's done in the
right?
first one.
Yeah,
God.
Darth Vader didn't kill him.
Like, you think you have
I think there was a point like in Empire where he almost got it. Like,
That was the
he
running
got
joke.
away.
Like, he's
Darth
like,
was so disappointed. He's just like,
fuck it.
and the guy's like, holy shit!
Honey, you will not believe what happened.
I thought it was done for. I thought I was gonna get force choked. He kind of just walked away.
Why did they have to go by the ship? Are they putting a force field around the planet?
Yeah, well, around the moon.
Around
the moon?
It's coming
Why
up
didn't
from
they
the
just
planet
go in?
to the Death Star.
Why didn't they just go and come around the planet where they couldn't be seen?
Because they got fucking Star Destroyers around that entire planet, bruh. Come on. Come
So,
on.
Jeff, have you ever tried to force choke a woman?
All the time.
Yeah, but
No, it's
my technique's different.
What is it?
It's just flat on choke.
Would it be a turn on you if, like, you were with a woman, you're like, pretend I'm choking you, but I'm just going to do this. I'm going to hold my hand out.
Pretend you let them get away.
Never done that.
On your Jabba.
Is that what you like to do, Paul?
No, I'm not into choking like Jeff.
Not just.
Travis apparently not privy to previous podcasts.
Oh,
yeah.
You guys talk about choking women?
Oh, man.
Jeff's
we talked
all about it,
everything.
baby.
Yeah.
Jeff loves that
He
stuff.
loves the rough stuff.
Yeah. He's very disrespectful to women.
Just a lot of slapping and spitting.
Oh, God.
Never spit. Hi!
I didn't know that Chewie was played
Han
by
Solo's such a buffoon.
Gomer Pyle.
He's in with a nice judo toss. Right?
Why can I not remember the actor who played Gomer Pyle's name?
Yeah, he sang too, didn't he?
Shot.
He's still alive, I think, or maybe he.
No, I think he's still with us.
lives.
What's his name?
Jim Neighbors.
Jim Neighbors.
Jim Neighbors is
There.
the name.
Yeah.
Very good.
Celebrity.
Oh, I
positive
thought you were talking
homosexual.
about the...
What I like is that the movie
You're
seems
talking
to
about
show that
Peter,
Leia is way more competent than a lot of the
Oh,
jokes.
see, now I say
Mayhew.
Yeah.
Leia takes out Jabba. She gets on this land speeder and is fucking.
Jim Neighbors
Killing
has a pair of pipes, man. He can sing. You guys heard him?
He has albums.
Kicking ass.
But Rob, Jim Neighbors, can sing.
Yeah, totally is.
Sorry.
Whoa.
Business.
A little trade and paint. Who's your driver?
What's that? Rubbing is racing?
Oh, that was easy. Whee!
She really have seatbelts.
Those look pretty fun.
But there's no back to where they're sitting, so how would you have a seatbelt? I guess it was strapped over the
They're
motorcycles don't have seatbelts, though.
I like that.
Motorcycles don't fucking fly through the air like this.
Oh, they do when cars hit them.
Everyone knows about that, right?
Did you ride a bike here?
I did. I've never been hit by a car like that.
I've heard that when they do the training for motorcycle riders, at least the person was telling me, they start you out by saying, if you ride a motorcycle, you will at one time get in some sort of accident.
Really? I don't remember. I did do the class. I don't remember them telling. They did say you're going to fall. So I guess in a way, yeah.
And then maybe not a full-on accident, but you will have some kind of issue with it at some point.
They make sure you know how to like lift a heavy bike without help.
Yeah. How much did your bike weigh?
Oh, like mine was the ones we trained on were little like Honda Shadow Snatcher guys, but if you have a Harley, you literally can't stand in front of it and lift it with your legs. It's
Well, how much does it weigh? Like, it's gotta be
400, 500 pounds.
I think more than that, right?
I like how... Oh, idiot.
She do it.
If you're going like 90 miles an hour through a forest of trees, why would you turn around?
Did you look back?
No. Did they teach you that in the class?
Yeah, make sure she
couldn't do this.
But they don't have like it can fly through the air, so it's obviously has some anti-gravity technology, but no like mirrors or
Yeah.
anything to see behind.
Collision
Bro, that's
detection.
magic that's making her float.
Magic?
Imagine.
Have you seen where they put the camera on a hawk and you see it fly through the forest? It kind of looks like this. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
They actually, how they filmed this is they had a guy walk slowly through the forest, 1 frame per second, and then they sped it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was a long walk.
That was a very long walk. They put the cartoon sound effect.
Just so that this grisly death.
Right, because it's a little bit more
less
palatable.
impactful.
I didn't see
a
it there.
little less impactful. And these fuckers.
Well, I guess
Boring.
We'll wait.
Han and Chewie, the BJ and the bear of space.
And those rebel soldiers are just sitting in the background,
Being
changing their
useless.
faces.
Being
Can we
fodder.
maybe paint C-3PO something other than gold for this forest?
Got a camouflage.
That could be a strategic advantage.
A target?
target.
Where's Leia?
You do have to wonder if the technology's there to make an artificial intelligence of a bipedal robot. Why can it barely walk? And
Yeah.
not move its arms really? You know, it doesn't make any sense.
Isn't C-3PO the only droid that can actually think? Or didn't they go over that in
R2's pretty...
Revenge of the Jedi?
Well, don't forget that
This is-
C-3PO is the invention of Anakin Skywalker.
That's right. And
He's special.
in the prequels, they said that the droids actually couldn't think, that they were just programmed to seem human.
R2 seems to have a lot of personality, though, right?
Yeah.
Or no?
That's
Yeah.
thanks
Is that
to
just his spunk matrix?
it's an algorithm
Yeah.
programmed in there.
Jeff's got a spunk.
There's the damn leprechaun. Warwick Davis, first
Oh
appearance.
no!
Look at those fucking eyes. Those are CGI eyes, dude.
CGI's!
I
They
don't
like
think they
enhanced
are.
the eyes. They
No.
totally did.
Yeah, no, they blink now.
They blink, dude. They're fucking weird.
You want them to be dull and lifeless?
Yeah, dude.
Like a doll's eyes?
Look at those eyes.
think so. Those CGI.
I actually don't. I don't mind the CGI eyes. That's weird to say.
Just say CGI's.
CGI's.
The CGI.
CGI's.
Get to the chopper.
The CG peepers.
I'm gonna go on record and say that this is probably the number one most lost Star Wars figure. Is probably the Wicket figure.
I still have mine.
Oh, no. You mean lost as in you lost it? In
Yeah,
the
like
house.
I don't know where.
What do you do with these now?
They're just sitting at my mom's house somewhere.
Right.
Yeah, I got a box
Do you
somewhere.
plan on like keeping them the rest of your life? Like,
Well, I have a son
Giving
now,
him
so I can,
dried
I can
bird
pass
shit
them
to
down.
but he might not like
Weird.
Star Wars.
He might not.
It might be like Paul. He might
That's
not
a
like-
kind of statistically unlikely.
That's true, because like all the kids today, they're into Ninja Turtles.
Look at those eyes!
you're
Oh,
right.
God,
That was
no!
so
Yeah.
weird. You're right.
You know, there's going to be something that he's going to be into at some
Yeah.
point.
Oh, I hate the CG peepers.
Oh, Leia's pretty.
Jeff, is a Ninja Turtle movie on your?
Nowhere to be found. Sorry.
None of them?
No, sorry,
A
Scott.
Jose Canseco bat. Tell me the name of this.
So you're saying Leia would calm your animal instinct?
Say what?
Leia would calm your animal instinct, Jeff?
Yeah, sure.
If Jeff was that Ewok, they would have found Leia in pieces 2 days later. Yeah.
That's a big ass Ewok, though. I don't think they made him that
But to
big.
be fair, consider how she was dressed.
yeah.
She wanted it.
Oh, God, the eyes! Oh, God, no!
They are pretty weird.
Oh, God, they ruined
CGI.
him. They ruined him.
Ruined him.
Oh, man, they ruined him. I don't even remember how freaky his eyes were back when I saw the...
They were just
re-release.
open and lifeless. Wow, he was like a ninja.
Yeah.
That's a good stormtrooper. Too bad he dies.
Yeah,
by
too-
Ewok.
Yeah,
What's
they
up?
fooled each other. It was
What
a
are you doing?
classic. Look, he got her attention over there, and this guy snuck up behind him.
What the?
What the fuck?
Ow.
That's all it took to take out a stormtrooper?
Yep.
Their armor is
Oh, that thing
garbage.
blew up like crazy.
Their armor is garbage.
That's what bothered me about the Avengers: Age of Ultron. That their armor, they shattered every time you hit them with something, like an arrow with bullets.
So they like explode on.
They were just like the most fragile robots.
Made out of aluminum.
Well, I'm sure Ultron had to,
skimp
Cut
on the-
costs.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
cut
cut
costs.
Because they wouldn't
Low.
pay for adamantium or
He's like-
vibranium. So they had to
They
use
use
like,
aluminium. They use aluminium.
The British version of aluminum.
Very thin.
Yeah.
You think Darth Vader looks at the Crimson Guard and goes, maybe red? Maybe.
He's like, I'm beautiful as black.
Beautiful. Come on, Jeff.
Jeff, is Predator on your list?
I will not confirm. No.
That's
Yes.
No, Predator is not on my list.
but Predator 2 is.
yeah.
What? Predator is not on your list?
I'm not a Predator fan.
Oh, you are
really?
fucking
He was more of a
garbage.
commando guy.
You are garbage.
Yeah, is Commando on your list? Are any Schwarzenegger?
Yes,
on
there
your
are
list?
Schwarzenegger.
Well, I'm
Jingle all the
sure,
I'm sure
way.
Terminator 2
Slate.
is in there.
Yeah.
someplace.
I bet he likes Terminator 2 better than Terminator.
I
Yeah,
don't.
Terminator 2 does not hold up well.
I feel like it was a steady. Just
I mean, at the time it was
Decline.
good. But yeah, looking at it now, you're like, oh, you know, Terminator was a better movie.
Edward Furlong is awful in that movie.
He was awful
He
then.
destroys that movie.
It was amazing he had quite
Awesome.
the acting career he did afterwards.
Yeah.
Detroit Rock City.
Or American History X, yeah.
What was that movie? Oh, a horror movie he was in? Brain Scan? Do you guys remember this?
No, he was in Pet Cemetery 2.
Oh yeah, that one's bad too.
Pretty terrible.
Land, is that right?
No, Brain Scan. You
G.
should-
Snyder's Strange Land.
Yeah.
Oh, that
I've
is a
seen that.
horrible movie.
That movie is
Is
actually
that on the list?
disturbing.
They're actually
It's number
remaking that.
240.
It's being rebooted.
Why?
The D. Snyder
They,
thing?
yeah, they figured that they can do something with it, so it's getting a new
It'll
movie.
it'll be the
That
new,
may be one of the worst movies I've ever seen. in
No
my
way,
life.
Jeff.
It
That's a
is.
bold step. You love Cedar Rapids.
I enjoy Cedar Rapids. You saying Strange World, D. Snyder's Strange World, better movie?
It's Strange Land.
Strange
Okay.
Land. My
That's-
bad.
Yeah, get it
That's
right.
the sequel, bro.
No, they expand.
Yeah, the Strange World, and then after that, it's the Strange Universe.
Strange Land is way better than Cedar Rapids.
That's not even true.
Strange Universe sounds like it could be like a Leonard Nimoy comic. Leonard Nimoy's Strange Universe.
Rest in peace.
Chewbacca's hungry for some dead, rotting flesh.
Did someone do Chewbacca's voice, or is it like an animal sound that...
I believe it's a person making a noise and mixed in with some animal noises.
Okay, so it's like a compilation of stuff.
Person and camel.
Man, I never seen Chewbacca so impatient. Like, I want to fucking eat this shit.
I don't know what.
Listen to how
It's like, whoa, Chewie, we got
Calm
fucking
down,
food.
yeah.
We got food right
Rations
here.
in your pockets.
Luke gets really curt with Han Solo here.
Yeah, it does.
What a buffoon. What a bunch of buffoons.
Is there a lot of fan fiction written around this scene?
What do you mean, like they start having sex in that net?
Sex in a net.
What if, like, R2-D2 doesn't figure out how to use that thing and they're stuck up there?
What if somebody landed on their head right there?
I know. That's
I mean,
actually
Luke is a
pretty
fucking Jedi Knight.
He should have floated down.
Yeah, he should have, like, landed perfect.
Whoa.
He's a Jedi by these standards,
The
right?
Banny
Not by the
tribe
old school, you know what
Ewok
I mean?
right there. It's a little offensive. Looking like Kamala, the Ugandan giant.
Oh man, they all blink.
God help us.
Look at their
Han
eyes.
Solo's like,
No, I don't want to look at their eyes.
What
Don't
have
make
they?
me.
What has he done to their eyes? I think that may be my favorite horror movie of all time.
What's one?
Rosemary's Baby.
That's a great
what have
one.
you done to its eyes?
Point that thing someplace else.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
I'd take that from a little stuffed animal.
Yeah, for real.
Get out of here. Oh, Han was
Does anybody call them teddy bears?
not in the movie.
Alright.
You know what's funny is after this movie, Han rounded them up systematically, and there was a really hot collector's market for Ewoks throughout the galaxy.
What would you make him choose?
Pelts.
Teddy
Tell me
bears,
that,
Rob? That'd be interesting if Theodore Roosevelt was in their universe, too.
Right, I was gonna say, like, well, they wouldn't call them teddy bears because there would be no feet.
Ewoks were the original Beanie Babies.
They're never called Ewoks once in this movie, by the way. We just assume that's what they're called because that's what people tell us.
Oh, because we saw the cartoon,
Oh,
the animated series,
and 2 TV movies.
Do you think at some point, though, George Lucas was just creating characters to sell products?
Exactly.
Oh,
In fact, the guy who produced the first 2 movies got fired because essentially
He
Lucas
wasn't a yes man. Basically,
he wanted to focus more story-wise, like in Empire, but George Lucas came to the conclusion that audiences want more spectacle than they want story, so that was the beginning.
That was the beginning of the end for movies. Because now look what we have.
But the thing is Lucas wrong?
No, he's incredibly intelligent in that aspect.
Yeah, so that's the sad truth, is Lucas was right. That's what sold, and that's what made him
James Cameron, why would you argue with him? He knows what people want, I guess. Even if you don't want it.
I don't think people wanted Avatar, though.
Yet, it's the highest grossing movie of all time.
Dude, they ate that shit up.
Still haven't seen that.
You haven't seen Avatar?
No.
You
Is that on your list?
Anything.
No.
I thought I was going to change movies, Rob. Remember when you told me that?
Yeah,
It's finally speaking.
Hello? Is this on?
Oh, actually...
Oh, here he goes. He's going to say
there was a time where 3D movies were the thing, and 3D movies are still in.
I told you it was
I don't know if I've seen a James Cameron movie.
You have
Terminator.
Okay, I've seen Terminator.
Terminator 2.
I've seen True Lies.
Then you've seen plenty.
The Abyss.
Haven't seen The Abyss.
Piranha 2. The Spawning.
Titanic? You've never seen Titanic?
Never seen Titanic.
I think The Abyss.
I have seen the
Terminator,
necklace from Titanic when it was on display at Great America.
Was it the necklace from the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So how do you think they would actually cook these guys?
Well, first off,
open
they put
fire.
their clothes off.
Yeah.
And skin them.
I think they would skin him.
Maybe they don't know. The Ewoks don't wear clothes, so... Well, I mean, they sort of have clothes.
They have fucking clothes, bro.
Would you have eaten one
No,
of
they
those?
don't
Those
have any
pants.
body clothes. Yeah, I would have eaten anything in this movie.
Was that a baby Ewok?
Yes,
Yeah,
it was.
So you need a baby
I need a
Ewok.
baby Ewok.
How would
They
you prepare
taste
that?
best.
I would stick that...
Baby Ewoks taste best.
Yeah. Well, because there's no,
There's a
like...
Snowpiercer reference.
That's right. That's right.
I'm sad that I know that. That baby Ewoks taste best.
New title podcast.
You know what I hate about myself the most? Yeah. Baby Ewoks taste best.
Where's that guy that hated Snowpiercer?
Oh, Jeff Marquette.
So,
Yeah.
how did her
Did she
hair
get
get
clothes?
so long
How'd she get
all of
those
a
clothes?
sudden?
The Ewoks, like, fucking
undressed her.
made it for her.
So here, take your clothes off. Put this on.
We got seamstresses. A team of seamstresses working around the clock to make her a dress to wear.
Wait, so why do they think C-3PO is like their god?
Because he's gold. He's a golden god.
Wow.
And he's got a flat face like they do.
Do you think that the Miwok Indians of Northern California just, when this came out, they were like, really, this is what you've done with our name?
Is that what it's based on?
Yeah, I think that's where he appropriated the name.
Well, it had been released in today's world. There would be like rallies and boycotts and whatnot.
George would have to leave.
And articles about how problematic
There is a Miwok village.
But the Ewoks are kind of noble people, right? They're just trying to
They're
live
primitive.
Teddy bears, bro. They're trying to eat dudes. They're trying to eat these
And then
people.
feed them to robots.
Listen, they are God-fearing creatures. Their god is just shiny and metallic. Paul just looks at that baby Ewok.
Yeah.
Why didn't you bring us like tiny critters to eat? Varmints.
Hey, look at it. Luke is doing that. Why couldn't he prevent him from falling from that net?
Yeah, now when you see shows like the
Did
Clone
they have
Wars and stuff,
C-3PO and a Lazy Susan? How is that happening?
Magic.
they do such amazing things. Like they hold up ships and
Yeah.
parts of planets falling down.
Yeah,
and
Force
yet,
Unleashed, where what's his name, Starkiller takes down a fucking Star Destroyer.
Well, look who trained him, and look who trained Luke.
Some,
A coward. Complete coward.
a geriatric has been.
Yeah.
so when they
Barely
made,
taught him anything, really.
Right?
so when they made the first
Taught him
movie,
enough so he get his hand chopped off.
That's a cute moment.
did Lucas know he was gonna have them be brother and sister?
No, not
So
initially.
that's why there's a creepy scene.
Right, yeah.
Right?
Didn't they say that all that stuff is no longer canon now that Disney took over?
No,
Starting
the
coming
movies
up.
are canon.
The books
No,
are
all
not.
the other
The
stuff.
books are not canon.
The books, the video games.
The video games are not canon. The
Yeah.
cartoon shows are canon.
Oh, like
Including
Clone
droids and the Ewok cartoon.
Totally, bro. No, yeah, the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels are in canon.
How much Ewok in this?
I would like to think the prequels are not canon. Redo those someday.
This scene is pretty cool.
Oh, he said he can't tell a story. Now he's telling a story.
You know, the funny thing about them hooking up like that is it actually it could possibly happen, right? Because supposedly, I guess they've done some studies, and because you're raised with your siblings, it's the reason you don't find them attractive, right?
Right.
So there are cases of siblings meeting later in life
Right, yeah.
that end up hooking up, even though they know they're siblings because they're attracted to each other.
They're just not sure
Yeah.
why they are.
Yeah.
Until, shit, incest baby.
How can you tell what if an Ewok is a sexy Ewok?
Oh,
You find
well,
any of them attractive?
No.
I think they're cute. I don't know if I'd stick anything in an Ewok, though.
You don't have any pants on, so the
Ask
genitals
the
are hanging
furry,
out all
they'll
the
tell you.
time. So
Yeah.
then it's just easy to hook up.
A furry might know,
Yeah, there might be people who dress up like Ewoks and have sex.
I don't doubt that.
They got genital holes.
Like, how can you even tell who's a boy, who's a girl? By the titties, I guess.
Nipples.
You don't got
Well, is it like peacocks that the more ornate ones are actually the males?
That's not a mammal thing, though, right?
No, I think it's birds.
You know, aren't bears the ones that have the bone penises?
Most mammals do. Humans are actually really strange. Dogs have penis bones.
Yeah, because they need to stay hard for a long time. So those fucking Ewoks got bone penises. They truly have boners. I guess now we know why they call it boner.
Yeah.
That's exactly why.
There's the best.
This is a pivotal scene, but it's so terribly acted by
This
both
is like
these people.
Attack of the Clones quality right here, this sequence.
Oh, the acting's horrible.
Is it both their faults?
Yeah,
It's the director's
it's a
fault.
terrible direction.
Terrible. I mean, the director's not bad, but he just doesn't know. What he is that the material is so stilted.
Yeah.
That the director's probably like, "Fuck, how do we even film this?"
These guys are
Just
not good
read it.
enough to pull this off.
Just read it. You probably just tell him, just read it.
Hey, do you want to look at her? Or hello?
I think he's reading the script.
Like, I have to say
On
this.
her chest.
Yeah.
She's trying. She's trying though. She's trying to sell this material.
But
She's like,
not-
he looks confused. Like, what?
The second movie was so good. Why are we doing this?
And like his acting consists of his mouth being open the whole time.
It's a mouth breather.
To be fair, he's acting circles around Keanu Reeves in much of his career until John Wick, right?
Is he good in John Wick?
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
enjoyable, but he's not really acting.
He's reacting.
Keanu Reeves,
He's doing what Keanu Reeves does.
most of his characters are clueless. You know, like Bill and Ted, he doesn't know what's going on. In Neo in the Matrix, he's always asking people what's next. You know, the only thing I've ever seen him
Whoa.
know what's going on. What's the one
Yeah,
where
he's
the
reacting.
light stood still? Is the only one he knows what's going on and other people don't.
Which one?
The one where the rogue, he's in outer space.
Little Buddha.
Oh, Day the Earth Stood
The Day the Earth Stood
Day
Still,
the
yeah.
Earth Stood
That's the
Still,
only movie where
yeah.
he knows what's going on and other people
Oh no,
actually
there's
don't.
that Stalker movie.
Which one?
What was it called? The Watcher? Was it called The Watcher?
Oh, and Constantine as well.
Oh, you know what he was good in? The Gift.
I like The Gift. He's
I
a
saw
Katie Holmes
convincing
Yeah.
and
racist.
her boobs.
Yeah, Sam Raimi's movie.
There's so many people in that movie now. I look back on it, I was like,
Hilary
this-
Swank, Giovanni Ribisi. Oh, that's a great cast.
Kate Blanchett.
Oh yeah, she was only the star.
Katie Holmes' chest.
Freaking yeah, she had the deceptive boobies. Like
You know how big they were until they
yeah, and then
Yeah,
to the release, like
shockingly
shit, she's been hiding the deceptive boobies. I was so happy to see them. I love The Gift. It's a good movie. It may be on the list.
It was a gift to Jeff.
How does Cat feel sitting around guys talking?
Well, luckily she left.
She left.
Oh,
That's her second best time. I think she was here for a little under an hour. It's pretty good.
Then we started talking about strangling women again.
No, she's into it. The conversation, though, not the act.
Jeez.
Jeff, did you try to force strangle her?
I would never.
She's not weak-minded, so it didn't work.
I know who's into it and who isn't. Cat is not.
That's,
You see how he was dismissive he was about that?
very
cat.
assumptive.
Like she peed in your coffee.
What is this?
Cat is not.
You're not into this?
I'm out of here.
About to give you 50 Shades of J.
Now let me show you what acting's about.
I was like, forget you. That's the part.
How'd that go?
I like that part. Like, shut up.
Nothing.
Harrison Ford can actually kind of act.
Harrison Ford's being his...
Get off
As we learned in Witness.
The only movie he's ever nominated for an Oscar for.
He wasn't nominated for Mosquito Coast.
I don't believe so.
Is that what you could tell?
Or Morning Glories.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this part was really bad.
Or, was he in, like, what was it, like 6 Days, 7 Nights?
That was a terrible movie.
With Anne Heche?
Yeah. Was he in that?
Yes,
Yeah,
he was.
yeah.
It was very bad.
What are some other bad Harrison Ford movies?
Random Hearts is unbearable. Devil's Own. Hollywood Homicide, yes.
Was that the one with Josh Hartnett?
Yes.
Well, what happened to that
They
guy?
hated each other, didn't they?
He found Christ.
Did he really?
I don't know.
Where did
Josh
you find
Hartnett.
him?
Yeah, where was
He's
he?
on that show on Showtime right now. The Penny Dreadful.
Oh, that's right, he's the cowboy.
Is that a good show?
Nah, it's tedious.
Eva Green is in it, so it's probably worth seeing.
Because you might get naked.
She does.
Oh,
There you go.
there you
So-
go.
So it's a little
So-
less tedious on those episodes.
I just watched it. Hey, look at that.
It's a
Not Walker.
really
Where's it going?
long British slog
There's not
to
many
get
places
to
it can go in the forest.
her.
It's patrolling, bro.
I think it's more like a shuttle, I think.
It's still a useless... It's cool looking, but... Bad idea.
And are we on
Huh.
that Walker right now? Or
Was it really necessary to have 3 of them in the Imperial restroom? Looks like they just came out of a porta-john.
I just got off the
This is
show,
a rebel
bro.
that surrendered to us. Although he denies it, I believe there may be more of them, and I request permission to conduct a further search of the area. He was armed only with this.
He's got like throat lozenges on his
Laser
shirt.
sword.
Leave us.
What? No thank you, Darth? Fuck you then.
Well, to be fair, he didn't really do anything.
Well, still.
Luke's like, hey, handcuff me.
Yeah.
It's like,
Take me
Okay.
to your leader.
Darth will appreciate this.
So, you have accepted the truth.
My favorite James Earl Jones story was there was a guy I used to talk to from a record distribution company when I was working at a radio station, and he was talking about one time he was at a gas station and James Earl Jones pulled up at the pump next to him, so he runs over to him and he's so excited and he just goes, "Oh my God, you're James Earl Jones," and he just very calmly looks at him and says, "Yes, I am." He goes, and the guy is just like, "Can you say this is CNN?" And he just looked at him and goes, "No." To which the guy just goes, "Okay, see you later," and just takes off. I was like, I can believe
He's not
that
gonna say that
happened.
shit unless he gets paid.
Yeah, no, you gotta throw him some ducats.
Indeed, you are powerful, as the Emperor has foreseen.
Just all this nerd talk.
We're all quiet.
Come with me.
This is intense.
It's been so long since we've had tension in this movie. You know, you have to kind of just pause.
I mean,
Yeah, when he turned on the lightsaber when I was a kid, like, he's gonna chop Luke's head off right now.
Well, I'm surprised. I was looking for maybe they made popsicles that were like lightsabers. Who has not thought of doing that?
Good idea.
Stick a
Like an
lightsaber in your
Pop or
yeah,
something?
or you have like you have the flavors. You got
Got the
know
little
Right,
plastic.
but the thing
To
is,
look right,
you'd
it'd have to be
you'd be
huge.
wasting the lightsaber.
all the better. Who doesn't like
it
a
takes 6 hours.
Yeah, it'd be melted by the time you get halfway through it.
You share it with a friend.
Yeah.
He is your master now.
Oh,
Thanks, Dad.
Is this all of your favorite James Earl Jones role?
No way. I think he's even better in The Sandlot.
Really?
Yeah.
It's all about Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah, he's good in that too. He's actually scary. In
Was
that
he
movie.
Thulsa Doom in that?
yes, he was.
Okay.
This is James Earl Jones.
This is just his
best
voice.
role. It's his best role.
It's just his
I
voice.
It's his voice, but it's his best role.
I
But he's not
disagree.
even acting.
What about Lion
It is
King?
what he's most known for.
Not even that. Coming to America.
I
Like
like
plays
him.
King
James.
Joffy Joffer.
Clear present danger.
Yeah, that was good too. Wasn't he dying half that movie?
Right, he played a cancer patient.
But who the hell wouldn't want to be?
Is that the
an
satellite
immortal
dish from
character
GoldenEye?
Possibly.
Who wouldn't want to be an immortal character like Darth Vader? That'd be cool.
I don't know. I think it's a double-edged sword. Do you think George Wendt likes to be called Norm every day of his fucking life? Probably not. Even though it's made in millions. I mean, it's cool if you're like the
You think it's made in
Fonz.
millions?
Hmm?
You think it's made in millions?
Well, not every year, but if you compile.
Cumulative?
Yeah. Cume? Absolutely. I will go on record to assume that George Wendt is a millionaire.
That's a bold prediction.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out on a limb.
I don't know. Fletch
Syndication
gets shown a
pays.
lot on HBO and Cinemax.
Oh,
Sure, he's a
people buy, copies of Gung Ho.
I love Gung
I
Ho.
don't know. I don't know if he is a millionaire.
What? Are you kidding me?
George Wendt has to be a millionaire.
He's a millionaire.
I bet Ted
He had to invest at least like
No,
one.
I would
What's
almost
that mailbox money where they just get a check anytime somebody puts that show
You know
on?
how much those residual checks are worth usually? Like $15.
No.
We're talking about
For
Cheers.
Man, Cheers.
How much do you really think he gets?
I'm gonna have to look this up. Alright,
Look it up.
I'm looking it up.
You're not gonna get more than
Wasn't it Seinfeld and Larry David?
those are the
getting
guys
all
who
the-
make a ton of money.
It was the other cast members who weren't making the money.
I'm not saying they're getting a ton like at the time, but I think like you said residuals.
And I think that at the
Yeah,
time
but
when they were
that doesn't
negotiating
mean
like
they're a
DVD
millionaire.
rights, I think that's
Because it
where a
does all
lot of them
come
made
up
their
in
money.
one lump big lump.
Some.
Some, yeah.
Well, Seinfeld's still raking in the bucks.
Oh yeah, but that's different. He
It's a
made a
different-
deal
yeah, it's a
for
different
himself.
animal.
Also, you're not entertaining the possibility that
There's actually a website called CelebrityNetWorth.com.
Yeah.
I'm not shocked by that.
you're not entertaining.
I'm not shocked, but
The possibility that George Wendt
Look at those eyes!
That's terrible.
he might have taken
He
some.
looks
of
like a
his-
crazy person. What's George Wendt worth?
$45 million.
Get the fuck out of that bullshit! No fucking way! I call bullshit. I
He's
call
making residuals
bullshit.
off Cheers.
Exactly. Don't you think
No.
residuals?
Yeah.
Cite the
$15.
sources. Give me some way
Dude,
of
they have to
proving
sign a
that
contract
he is
to
worth
get those
$45 million.
In syndication,
That's
they
fucking
actually have to sign a
ridiculous.
contract.
And it's one of the
Hey,
most syndicated shows in history.
Yeah, this thing's been rolling in the checks for 30 years,
Exactly.
bro.
When was the last time anyone saw an
How
episode
much
of
is
Cheers
Ted
on
Danson
TV?
who?
Ted Danson.
I would.
Ted
hazard a
Danson
guess
is
that
worth-
at least once a day.
He's in
there's an
triple
episode
millions,
of Cheers
I'm
on
guessing.
somewhere.
Just because you don't watch the 900 channels you have, it's probably on there somewhere.
And it's a big world. It's not just showing here in the U.S. You could be in Czechoslovakia, and the only thing on right now is Cheers.
All Cheers all the time.
You know, it's funny, that's somewhat true. I mean, and countries we went to, it was always How I Met Your Mother.
Well, there's
In the
that.
Scandinavian countries.
There's that documentary about Everybody Loves Raymond. How it's like the most.
Oh, yeah.
The most ported television sitcom of all
And they
time.
sell it to all these countries.
does anyone
They
want to
take it on
guess
the road.
Ted Danson's net worth?
I'm gonna
Well,
I'm gonna say
if he's
over
like that
200
guy's,
million.
it's got to be triple. What
I'm gonna
Wendt's
say
making.
300 million.
It's actually not.
Well,
He's at 60 million.
That's it?
No,
How's that
fucking
possible?
bullshit. I'm calling bullshit.
Ted
There's
Danson's
no
been
way.
on so many shows and in so many.
He might have
movies.
frittered away.
I'm telling
He
you,
lost
this
all the
shit is
3 Men and a Baby.
This thing is fucking flawed.
George Wendt could be
It's not right. It
producing
can't
some
be.
stuff.
He could be producing. He could have invested in
And-
real estate.
no.
He could have.
Nope.
You don't think that he could be a shrewd
Don't
business
believe it.
person?
No, because the character was dumb.
How about John Ratzenberger? How much do we think John Ratzenberger is?
He's got that Pixar money.
He's on legit Jim Jeffrey's new show, so he's
And he,
still
and he gets
working.
Empire Strikes Back residuals.
Ooh, Ratzenberger?
Yeah.
Like $20, huh?
Hey, Dorothy, do you know that
He's in Empire Strikes Back.
He is?
That's what?
he plays like an officer, right?
Oh, he doesn't get money for that.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
That's what he
No, he
does.
doesn't.
He at least gets like $10.
Like Rob says.
$10 is $10.
Showing.
Yeah.
John Ratzenberger, 30 million.
Man, that's a racket, dude.
John
Yeah,
Ratzenberger's net worth is $80 million.
Yeah. See?
God, this is madness.
He works a lot.
Madness.
He works a lot.
This is madness.
He does
no
Pixar.
way.
He is an avid entrepreneur.
There you go.
See?
Look at the eyes.
They're the CGIs.
They're no.
Oh, the eyes.
It looks like he just has.
You know, I think he was only in his late 30s when they filmed this.
He
So
looks like he's got pink eye in both eyes.
He was in his late.
Darth,
farted on
Ian
his pillow.
McDiarmid.
Darth, you asshole!
What are you doing?
Calls him Farth Vader.
I know it was you.
You force.
I could smell it.
The force is strong with you.
Whoever smoked it knows.
So are those midi-chlorians in his eyes?
So funny how quickly people forgot, or how quickly Lucas forgot about midichlorians after a fan.
Didn't catch on.
It's like, what? Midichlorians? What are we talking about? I don't know what he's talking about.
That's the line he did.
You know, the Emperor action figure you had to actually special order. I remember because
Did you need like proof of purchase?
Yeah.
Like a ton of cereal boxes?
no, you had to like buy like 5 regular action figures, and then you send in the proofs, and then you got one.
I did that one time when I was a kid, and I never got anything. I swore that stuff off.
The Emperor
Zartan was a
Fucking
mail-away figure for
What's
the
up?
G.I.
He could
Joes.
do a handstand, the figure of the Emperor. Because of his cloak, they had that extra plastic.
That's true. So, I actually lost my. In grade school, I had my Emperor figure. And I lost him at the jungle gym back when they had like the bark. I lost him amongst the bark.
Where did you originally steal him from?
I got him in the mail. He came in a little white box. I was so excited.
Oh, so you actually got...
I actually plucked down my proofs of
It
purchase.
wasn't like your William the Refrigerator.
I got him too.
Figure.
I was
Your
so.
proofs of purchases
He came with the
from
football and
toys
the
that
chain.
you
It was
stole?
pretty
Is that
sweet.
what you used? The proofs of purchases from toys that you stole?
Oh, I used to do that. I mean,
Yeah.
no, prior to stealing from my mom's
Well,
friend's
because
kid.
you cut out the proofs of purchases. So you
No. I used to steal.
Does
shit all
those
the
things
time.
exist still? Do they still have
Proofs of purchase?
Oh yeah, box tops are proofs of purchase. Like they have them a lot on like Kleenex boxes and those like
I mean, can't you just
Avery
cut
labels.
those out? Can't you just cut those out at the store?
Probably
It's
soon.
probably frowned upon.
What was all the proof of purchases on these boxes?
How are these people?
This
gonna
poor
ever
bastard
prove
here.
that
How far does that go down?
I know that guy just got killed.
By a satchel. He got hit by a
He just
satchel.
held on. He was going to win this battle, but he just dodged that.
It was like, oh man, Joe got it today.
I like the giant like space submarine that he rolls up with.
So how much weight would it take to knock that guy over the ledge there, Paul? Think a satchel would have done it?
God, no.
Yeah, how hard would you have to throw that thing?
Yeah.
He's probably super weak.
There's my man Wedge. Wedge.
No. He would have to be light, right? 'Cause the
Force
force of
equals
the
mass
satchel.
times the
Han Solo is no
Acceleration,
fucking
right?
joke, bro.
But you gotta factor in momentum.
What was that guy's name?
mass.
Niam Num.
Celestian? Soul.
He's actually speaking Kenyan, which excited many Kenyanese.
Many a Kenyan national.
Kenyanese.
So this played big in Kenya?
Oh, this movie's huge everywhere, including Kenya.
It's a trap!
They keep his eyes red? Or do they change his eyes?
No, his eyes are too good.
Where's Akbar's breakfast cereal?
There we go.
All that calamari all on one ship. Oh no.
From now on, I always associate it's a trap with trannies. It's a trap!
Did you play X-Wing on your computer? Is that game come out now?
I did.
I used to know that.
Yeah, that's funny.
They reissued it recently.
Yeah.
What was the game with the first person shooter where you played Boba Fett? Was it called Bounty Hunters or something?
Dreamt that game, maybe.
Maybe.
How many kids wished that they had that window view out of their room when they were growing up?
What, with space battles and
Yeah.
shit?
The circular window.
I'd be concerned.
You'd be concerned they eventually end up figuring out.
It's gonna be something like kamikaze into my window.
So I'm starting to wonder, is this better than The Last Starfighter? Because I don't know.
The answer is yes, it's better than The Last Starfighter.
Are you sure?
When was the last time you watched The Last Starfighter?
I watched it 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Has it held up mightily?
It was good. I don't know. I don't think it was this good.
I think I have it on Blu-ray.
Still in cellophane?
I think you would probably get sucked more into the fantasy of Last Starfighter than you would of this, because I mean, this is pretty heavy. This is
Last Starfighter is pure science fiction. This is just
I
fantasy.
Plus, it has arcade games.
I just realized
that are placed there.
Is
by
Emperor's cloak? Is that corduroy he was wearing?
What is that? Velvet?
It looked pretty comfortable, actually.
Oh, but it makes me
burlap.
sweat so much.
I assumed it was burlap.
Oh man, those are all examples.
Wait.
So in the Clone Wars, Rob, these guys are the good guys, right?
The clone troopers were, yeah.
So are these all clones? When did they go away?
The
from making
Empire
clones?
decided to get rid of the clones after they realized that the Jedi had bred individuality into them. Apparently that happened in between Revenge of the Sith and New Hope.
Oh,
So they just got a bunch of scrubs.
Okay.
That was just snubbed.
So these aren't clones.
Not all of them.
So that's why they don't say things like Roger, Roger anymore.
Was this in the books, or because I know there's a lot of Star Wars books that were part of the canon?
No, I'm not sure actually.
The cartoons talked about that a lot. The anime shows on Cartoon Network, they had a lot of the stories about the clones and how.
Right, but they never mentioned what happened to the clones after. But it did.
They talked about their individual.
Yeah, the individuality part. They did talk about that, and you get the impression that the Empire don't want.
So yet they just went to individual different people who are even less similar than what they had with the clones.
Good
Yeah,
job.
but they were more willing to just follow orders. While the clones were bred to be warriors, these are just fucking scrubs.
They're like the Unsullied in Game of Thrones.
Oh, the Empire, that's a good gig. It's like people who join the army.
This makes me want to watch.
Wow.
That was Rob who said that. Nobody else but Rob.
Wow.
He was
I bet they have commercials like the army recruitment commercials we see before movies all the time for the stores.
I would picture more like Starship Troopers. Spread democracy across the universe.
Right, no, I have no
With
doubt.
Paul
that's how they would
Verhoeven
advertise it.
propaganda film.
Yes.
I bet that's how they would
they're
advertise
just
Meet
plain
interesting species.
Do you want to know more?
They could be mercenaries. They're just being paid well. No?
Space Hessians.
They follow orders too easily. They're just mindless drones.
How much do you think an Ewok
Hoping to get their
weighs?
stormtrooper bill. Okay, for college.
We should look up Warwick Davis's weight. But then
You want to look up his net worth?
Yeah. So let's get.
Oh, rock!
Yeah.
Warwick
Rocks.
Davis, I think.
Oh!
Potter money.
No.
There's a lot of Leprechaun movies.
Yeah, but I feel like he works because he has to.
You think so? You don't think he just works because he likes it? I think he's actually proud of his work. If you see him on any of the Ricky Gervais shows, he always talks about being a leprechaun and being an Ewok.
He takes it very seriously.
Yeah.
Warwick Davis's net worth is $5 million.
Oh.
See, I was gonna say I didn't think he would have more than
Pretty
10.
small.
He's a
How about
motherfucker.
Dinklage? What's his net worth?
$5 million.
Let's compare dwarves here.
Billy Barty.
What was got a really lavish lifestyle?
What was his word?
Or that little guy from Austin Powers.
Vern
Yeah.
I'm going to guess he's under $1 million.
No way.
Vern Troyer?
No.
He fell on really hard times.
Just from that movie alone.
And he had a huge
He's
drug
gonna
problem.
be looking
Vern
for that
Troyer
fucking thing
Yeah.
all the time now. How much is this guy?
How
Am I
much do you
making as
think
much
Billy
money
D.
as
Williams?
He's like, am I making as much as this celebrity?
2 to 5.
You think? How much do you think the Colt 45 ads?
Can you figure
That-
out? Do you think you can
that
figure out
man
which
is
celebrity you
spent
make
on.
as much money as?
hair products. And
Depends on what you define as a celebrity. Because I think, like, athlete, you might be able to find.
Peter Dinklage's net worth is about
the
10
Verizon
million.
guy.
10 million
now.
for Dinklage. He's $5
Yeah,
million
but
more than Warwick Davis.
Find out how much the Verizon guy makes.
I think it's called Test Man.
Is that really? How do you
Yeah,
know
that's
that?
his name. Yeah, because I've worked there.
Oh my god, it's actually on here. Verizon guy net worth.
$50,000.
It's at 1.2.
Oh man, the anticipation.
No way, Aaron.
$100.
Yeah.
How much?
$10 million.
No! Get the fuck out of here with that
Verizon
shit!
pays.
That's
Yeah.
Dinklage
How about
money.
Vernon Troy?
No, we need to know why he made
Yeah, like I said, I
Yeah,
don't trust
like-
this thing. It's like they just throw numbers out there.
Probably.
People believe this shit. They believe anything.
It's just a random number
Stupid,
generator.
yeah, I know. Stupid gullible people. And George Wendt is worth $45 million.
I believe that.
Dumb. The Verizon guy is worth more than Warwick Davis?
He spend his money well.
Vern Troyer, $10 million.
I don't believe
See,
that.
so it's just starting to generate numbers.
This is fucking
Austin Powers was pretty popular, though.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have been bringing in much from that. He was,
He
just
was
kind
in
of
some of the
excited.
Harry Potter movies.
That's right.
in the direction
Like
that scene. Like,
Flickly.
open your mouth wide.
Wider.
Wider! Hold it!
You stupid Kenyan.
Stupid Kenyanese.
He was on an episode of like Celebrity Rehab or Intervention or something like
Oh,
that.
was he?
Yeah, and he had that
Kenyan
weird
guy?
thing where
Okay,
Kenyanese
Jeff, look
guy,
up
yeah.
Flo from Progressive.
Progressive
Oh,
Flow.
she probably making tons of money.
I'm guessing. I don't know, 10 million.
I'd say 10.
She's actually got a name
say
though.
8.
She doesn't have like a test man.
I bet Jared's making more.
Jared's making it back.
Okay, Jared's
From
next.
Subway?
We gotta look up Jared after
He's
this.
got hooked up with the
Jared
biggest loser
Fogle?
too.
Oh, I've seen him on a poster in there. Just
I think anybody whose character actually has a name probably makes decent money.
I don't know.
Well, it is him, right?
But like Flo.
Flo is at 3 million.
Oh, see?
Oh, that's
Okay, now Jared, the Subway guy.
Jared. Yeah, bro. What did you say something?
R2.
He has a last name. What's his last name
That's
again?
CGI, isn't it?
Fogel.
Jared Fogel.
The little,
It can
little
only be
blue
Jared.
things
Yeah.
are CGI.
So they couldn't have the real
Yeah.
panels opening up. Oh my gosh.
George Lucas is like, they don't look good enough.
Jared Fogel's 2
CGI
point.
George,
What?
I
Hold
don't
on.
think it's necessary. I said,
Oh, that's Fred
CGI
DeLuca.
that shit.
The owner of Subway is 2.8 billion.
Wow.
Nothing on Jared Fogle actually.
Are these dead Ewoks?
One is.
Yeah, actually, this is actually another scene, like a little small throwaway scene I kind of like. Like, see? Even the teddy bears die. Even the teddy bears die.
Oh, that's sad, Jeff.
Well,
It's his mama.
no, that's his bro.
Hey, how do you know?
Lava.
Could be his mama.
Could be his lava.
Oh man, that shit just done.
Hey, they didn't
How
feel
many
it. They didn't feel a
lives
damn thing.
extinguished?
That's better than dying in your sleep.
How much screen time did Alderaan get? 30 seconds? Billions, dude. We don't care about a couple thousand.
And Leia's not too heartbroken about it either. Like, oh shit.
There goes the planet.
Ah! There goes the
Wait,
black
is that
one.
a second black guy on this movie?
He's dead now.
He's an Asian guy.
There goes an Asian.
Were those guys added in?
No, I think they were there.
CGI an Asian. He looks
Slant
terrible.
his eyes. Slant his eyes. His CGI artist like wants to kill himself.
Look at that's corduroy. He is totally wearing corduroy. That's a comfy ass looking robe.
Daddy. Luke's about to turn it into a fucking short sleeve in a second here.
Corduroy robe. Do you think when he walks it just swishes like that?
So do you think they... that actually looks kind of like a hotel robe. That's been dyed black.
It does.
I think maybe that's what that is.
Didn't Sam Jackson block his lightning bolts and the attack?
You tracked him to your lightsaber. That's the trick.
Oh, Luke sucks.
I got talked by a geriatric
Yeah,
frog.
Luke, you can't expect much from Luke, man. He's
A geriatric frog.
That's how Yoda is, bro.
And his training was like 1 day.
yeah.
I do have to say that watching the evolution of lightsaber battles over the three episodes 4, 5, and 6, Jedi was far and away so much more entertaining than watching A New Hope lightsaber battles, where basically it was like...
Well, we're about to get to the lightsaber battle. I was going to mention why I think it's the best one, because I just feel like it's got more stakes, it's got more emotion than the other ones.
It matters.
Well, that's because the actual battle now, it's precluded by this dialogue and all this tension. So, like you said, it matters.
Right, it's like this.
Darth Maul walks in the room, he snarls, and then it's on. That's it.
Right, yeah. That lightsaber duel is in this movie. It's about saving not only Luke's soul, but also Darth Vader's and possibly Leia's. So there's a little more weight to it. Oh! Chewie got him.
Chewie's the man.
Did you just say guiding lightsaber?
Nice.
That's a Jeopardy question.
That's a Wheel of Fortune before and after.
Aiming anything that moves.
They're on the run. Pew pew.
That one had a gun.
Nice. Oh,
Frightening.
Or Ewok Village of the Damned.
That's a nice controlled
This is
fire.
the Empire's Vietnam, right?
Statistically, we won that battle. Yeah, but we didn't capture the hearts of it.
To be fair, that wasn't a confirmed Imperial War. It was just a conflict.
It was a police action.
I promised to get our troopers out of Endor.
Were you in the shit? I was in the shit. Oh man, logs.
Man, good thing they had that
Big,
handy.
they're heavy, they're wood.
What racist thing do you think the stormtroopers came up?
Man, that thing was packed full of like.
Yeah,
They wouldn't have called them gooks. What would they have called them?
Titties.
Oh, here's the scene where Han's gonna grope Leia.
They'd call him for.
Grope!
They'd say Yif and Hill furry.
See, even when she gets shot, she's taking care of business. She's like, don't worry about me, bitch. Get out of the way.
And then she sets this up too here.
Yeah. She's taking care of business.
She still needs a man to do it right, though.
What are you talking about? He's just standing there like a doofus. He's like, oh, you did it.
It was a misdirection. You threw him off.
It is nice that in space they still have mascara and lipstick.
Hey, man. They will have
Ridiculous.
that anywhere.
A rebel leader needs to look her best.
Look at all those corpses. Surrounded by corpses.
They don't matter. They're stormtroopers.
Besides killing young, has Anakin won a battle?
I think Anakin has lost every battle.
Pretty much
well,
every
he
major
beat old man Kenobi.
Well, not
No,
really.
he didn't.
No,
Kenobi was
we
like,
already
peace
decided
out, and
this,
faded
yeah.
away,
I
dude.
already decided this.
Faded away.
But he probably thought he did.
Well,
Like, I got him. I got him. I got him. He's like, no, but
No, you didn't.
he
He beat Dooku, right? Is that the only guy he beat?
Yeah, you got Duke.
Oh, he beat Luke in Empire.
Younglings, we know that.
That's what I was saying. That's about it. Who did he beat, Jeff?
He beat Luke in Empire, technically.
He beat an inexperienced fucking Padawan.
I mean, you already
Lots
beat
of
him.
them.
You just cut his
He was
hand
even
off.
trying to beat him, really.
Sand people, too.
Do you think the line would have been better if he's like, Luke, I dropped a load in your mother. Like, it was almost like a taunt more than like, it's, you know.
Yeah, he wanted Luke to be on the side.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't want to rule the galaxy and follow his son, you know?
Well, he was trying to get him to kill the Emperor with it, right?
Yeah.
Are these colored sabers supposed to mean something?
Probably.
Totally.
I think you're supposed to call them African American saber. We don't use that term anymore. Especially when Aaron's here.
That's a Native American.
Yeah. Well, what would the green one be?
I thought they just had different flavors. Like green was lime, red
Darth
was
Vader's got
That's
a
what
red
I'm
was
saying.
cinnamon.
So is red cherry or strawberry?
That'd be cherry.
I was gonna say cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Well, that's evil.
And I think this is another one where this battle is so much better because it's paced well, too. Like, they.
Well, we got like 3 action sequences going on at the
That
same
part's
time.
cool, but with that one battle, you have the Emperor who's like looking over it, and it's a little slower pace, just walking around. I think Star Wars always does the land, the sea, and air. You know, it always has three sort of battles going on at one time.
I think that's actually this is where that precedent is set.
Yeah, but they do it in all the big set movies, right? Like
now, yeah.
Anakin flying around in space, and then the
So
Leia War.
those feel strange.
Right.
This feels natural.
Wow, that's pretty much the dark helmet right there.
Yeah.
Is Spaceballs in your top
Are we
500?
gonna get to watch that?
God, no, please.
You don't like Spaceballs?
It is. I loved it as a kid.
It doesn't hold up?
Not as much.
I'll disagree.
Evil will always win because good is dumb.
No,
True.
There are Mel Brooks movies. I can't guarantee Spaceballs will be.
So
Blazing Saddles.
I guess we're gonna watch Young Frankenstein.
Or the 12 chairs.
But Mel Brooks might be on, like Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein. I don't like Blazing Saddles, but would that be on your list?
Darth Vader's
May or
terrible
may
at
not.
this. You can't find fucking Luke.
Well, he's wearing black.
Yeah.
He has no eyes. Right.
So you're saying he can't actually see? He's blind?
Pretty messed up. Like, who knows how well he can see?
The geography of the scene is I always was kind of bothered by. I'm not
Where
sure.
are we?
Yeah, where
But he
are
doesn't
we?
need to see him.
He's not even really hiding. He's just standing
Luke
there.
is concentrating. He's trying to block.
Can't he use the dark side of the Force to...
He's trying to hide
Sense.
himself in the Force, but he can't.
I mean, it's kind of nice how he's framed. He's got the light side on one side and the dark side on the other, kind of illustrate his.
Do you think that was
dilemma.
intentional?
Oh, like yeah.
You have a sister.
It's pretty obvious. It's very pedestrian direction.
Darth,
Have
about
they
to say the
used
wrong
the
thing.
Dutch oven in this yet?
No, the Dutch oven. I don't think you'll ever see a Dutch angle in a Star Wars movie. Although maybe J.J. Abrams might use it.
Why did he all of a sudden want to stop trying to kill him at some point in this slice it?
Because he wanted to save his father's soul.
Who actually
And this
plays-
fucking music, dude.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, the music's awesome.
Who actually plays Darth Vader? Like the,
David
Physical
Prowse?
yeah.
David Prowse, yeah.
Yeah, that weightlifter.
Very good guy.
Has he gone on to do anything else? Or
Darth Vader at Universal Studios.
he actually works at Universal Studios.
No.
And he has no cardio. Why is he so tired all of a sudden?
Dude, he's got asthma.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa,
Listen to Lava.
my hands again!
Anyone want to guess David Prowse's net worth?
$100.
100,000. I don't know. He does conventions.
He would have to be making stuff for Star
Millions.
Wars.
7 millions.
Yeah.
No.
4 million.
500,000
That's not,
to
it can't be true
1.7
because these guys are desperate for jobs. I see, what's his name? Peter Mayhew's, the guy who plays Chewbacca, desperate for attention and work. They're not. They're
Kind
not
of like Lou
that-
Ferrigno?
There's no one sadder at a convention other than the wrestler formerly known as Virgil. Than Boomer from the original Battlestar Galactica. He would be at like every SACCon when I first started going to him about 10 years ago, just reading like Battlestar Galactica like novels, and no one talking to him.
Apparently, I don't know how it's spelled. Oh, it's David. I'm on the one looking at Peter Prowse.
Does he live in this area? Is that why he does all those conventions?
I want to say he lives in Northern California. He's just on the convention circuit. Like it's just
I think he lives in Desperation.
Desperation, California?
Well, that's how they start. That's how they make money.
Well, they could just go out and get a real job, right?
They don't know how to do that.
That is kind of a job. I mean, even though it's pathetic
Oh,
to some people. it's like-
I'm sure it's work. It's legitimate. You have to.
Deal with people.
Yeah,
Again?
Wouldn't be able to
all the
handle
time,
it.
right?
as with all things, $10 is $10. Like,
But it's almost sort of like begging, isn't it? It's like, well, I guess you do have some sort of.
That's where
voice
that
to
celebrity thing is. I don't buy it.
David Prowse will be featured in 2016 in a feature film entitled Girl Force. He was in comic books, the movie.
So it's a fan film.
Well, he's old enough to be on.
Ooh, he was a strongman on the Benny Hill Show. He was in the original TV adaptation of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
So he could be worth
shit.
a lot, is what you're saying.
He was in Jabberwocky, BBC production of As We Like It.
They have nothing on his net worth.
Yeah, 'cause he's-
Let's hear Darth Vader.
How did you
say
spell it?
no.
Prowse.
Oh God!
Yes.
At least this version doesn't have the no.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Fuck you, Jeff. I don't want to watch this.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about, but it sounds interesting. Does Garth say no or something?
Yeah, he screams.
You've never seen this, Robbie?
No, God help me.
Is it as bad as the no name of the third?
They use the same one.
Oh, really?
It's, so they get that IQ thing going on. Oh, it's really
My mom actually made me fast forward this scene.
It's pretty intense.
It is pretty intense.
I mean, look at the fucking lightning's going through his teeth and his fillings.
Like right here, he cries a little bit, like he knows it's coming. Looks like a little bitch. Like right there, I was like, oh, this is just a little hurt.
It's all of the power.
They probably are, bro.
No, dude. Read it with sequence to silence. I know.
Oh, God.
Oh, there's an even worse no.
That's terrible.
Is there even worse now? I got it.
Yeah, you missed it. Like,
The second.
yeah.
Is it?
Watch the play.
Oh, it's so horrible. It's like Lucas didn't even know how to make movies.
It was such a beautiful scene.
I know. It's like you can see it. Like it's just a mask. You can see it
Left and right, but
Yes, you can see because he tilts his head just ever so slightly to get the.
You can turn it back down.
It's like fuck, man. Why would you do that?
It's almost like he needs to feed the emotion to the audience.
he's debating
Yeah.
right now.
Oh, you don't understand the scene.
It'll make sense once you see the prequels, trust me.
Oh fuck!
I like the
I swore I would never watch this version. You made me fucking watch it.
I like the
Well, look
first.
what the reaction he's getting on his podcast. Come on. Brilliant.
I like the first no was almost like a
No.
no.
Not again.
Nope. It was like, no.
It's almost like they should have done a nah.
I ain't cool with this. I ain't cool with this. Oh, hell no.
Will Smith
Hell
is Darth
no.
Vader.
Yes.
Well, Anakin did take out the Emperor, so we gotta give him credit for that.
I don't give him credit for that at all.
Because you're snuck up.
He snuck up, yeah. Younglings.
He
and
did it
all
Oh, no, somebody's dad.
There's someone that Anakin had an affirmative victory against on this guy.
that. One person.
He was also a geriatric set, so he was over the
In a straight up battle, he wouldn't.
He's cocky as hell.
He was like looking for
Ah.
There
There goes the Dish Network.
And what actually killed Anakin? Was it the electricity or was it the cutting off of the hand?
Probably died of a broken heart.
That's a good question. How did he?
I think it's electricity, right?
Well, the combination of things, he got really big.
He's just super tired.
He's super tired. Guys, he's mortally wounded.
His electronic
But that-
hand got cut off.
Yeah, that was a robotic hand.
I think it's electricity. I always assumed
Yeah,
it was
and
electricity.
the force. What do you call that? Force electricity.
Force lightning.
Force lightning.
Kamikaze!
Oh shit! Oh, he did die. That was his scene. Oh, he didn't.
Look
make
at that. Quite
I don't think the ship would fall out of the sky. There should be like a second.
First off, there's no gravity.
Yeah.
There's no fucking
Yeah.
gravity. Well, maybe this thing has enough.
Maybe the
gravity.
choice got pushed forward. Somebody dies all
Rob actually makes a point. It does have maybe enough mass to have a little bit of gravity.
Well, they hit the Death Star, so that has probably the gravity. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what probably brought it down.
That makes sense.
Yeah, sure, why not?
They don't really explain why he's dying. I don't get it.
Well, he got
The Force
electrocuted.
lightning got him, bro.
Short
Makes
circuit.
sense. I'm actually it's not Anakin's face underneath this goddamn mask.
No,
is
it's
it?
not.
Oh, thank you.
But we do see him later.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Like they do an old face of that. What's that guy's
Oh,
that
Hayden
terrible
Christensen?
actor? Yeah.
Man, oh god,
Like wispy
please.
hair.
Yeah.
Which terrible actor?
No, go, my son. That's the thing. I watched it so many times. They have the cadence of the terrible performance.
Well,
I remember when I first watched this, though, I did like totally hold my breath when he was taking this thing off.
and they went,
Oh,
That's a fat guy. What's going on?
crusty old white man.
Orson Welles?
Ben,
Wait,
fuck
so
you
is
up.
that the real actor that was playing him the whole time, or is
No.
it? Okay, so that's double.
They got another actor.
Was that Sebastian Shaw?
Wait, isn't that a character in X-Men?
And
Yeah.
an actor.
Oh,
Part of the Hellfire Club.
Yeah.
same.
Choking on his own saliva.
Why does he have a harmonica in front of his mouth? He looks like
When he
Neil
doesn't
Young.
lose.
Plays the blues.
Old man, take a look at my life.
I heard fighting.
So you're saying Prowse probably would have done just a good job here? Prowse.
He would show his prowess as
Prowse was just a stunt man, really.
he was a weightlifter.
No, he
Yeah,
doesn't
he was
disappear,
just,
right? He sticks around when he dies.
That's true, isn't it? He doesn't disappear.
Boy, he got really quiet in here.
So if they put all this technology into like fixing him up and stuff, and after you saw him all beat up, why does he still have a big ass hole in his head?
You know,
Because that up, yeah.
I don't
the
think
side
he
of his head.
disappears because he's mainly machine than man. Maybe that's why he didn't disappear.
But I would make him more like Grievous would not have gone out like that. Like Grievous didn't get tired.
Who's Grievous?
Well, the guy from-
General.
did you see the original movies? Or like the previews? He
The
got
fucking
six
oh, the
Yeah.
fucking robot that coughed.
He collected.
Yeah,
Yeah, he collected like Jedi lightsabers. He killed so many.
Right, and he coughed.
He's on the Clone Wars show.
Yeah.
Who took? Was it?
What fucking robot coughs?
Was it Ben Kenobi that took his ass out?
By himself. By himself.
It's part of his spunk matrix. The
Ben
cop.
Kenobi, man.
Obi-Wan Kenobi was a badass.
Yeah, he killed everybody.
Do you think that those Imperial
Whoa.
ships had like backup sounds like the
I would imagine.
Safety first.
All right, Wedge lives again, bitches. What?
But I thought in space nobody can hear you beep.
touche?
Yeah.
How droll.
That one.
Yeah.
Do you think
Yeah.
Billy D. Williams still has the same hair? Like,
I think he keeps it a little shorter.
because
What's
that's
Billy?
not,
Well, don't you remember when he was an undercover brother?
no. I know.
Billy D. Williams making money these days, Jeff?
I think my phone finally died.
Oh,
It's
I'm
dead.
sorry.
I'm gonna assume yes.
Billy D. Williams.
He's very likable.
Yeah.
Billy D. Williams?
Yeah.
He's a smooth talker.
Smooth talker, jet, flying.
Han Solo is such a bitch.
You ever seen
in this
Mahogany?
scene. Don't you agree?
Diana
He's
Ross?
such a bitch in this scene.
Who? Harrison Ford?
Han Solo?
Han Solo?
You love him, don't you?
You won't kiss him. You won't make
I won't
up.
get in the way. I'll step aside.
Why is he Italian? in New York?
Look at that face! The fucking face!
Alright.
He's hurt.
He stopped being an alpha male,
He's
right?
hurting her.
Yeah, it's really fucking lame.
When he comes
Billy D. Williams is worth an estimated $7.5 million,
Wow. That's not bad.
He's comfortable.
and that's what he looks like.
Oh, he looks good in his
What does
old
he look
age.
like these
He's
days?
got like a shaved head.
Oh, yeah.
He keeps it high and
Looks
tight.
about. Wow.
He's aged well.
Kiss the lady. Kiss her.
In the second kiss, he's fucking punching you in the face when he moves.
Have you ever seen Ethan Hawke kiss anyone? He
Like in person?
consumes their face. Like next time you watch an Ethan Hawke movie where they're romantic, he opens his jowls and just like absorbs half their face. Yes, it's amazing.
Like a Cenobite from...
from Hellraiser.
Which movie did you witness?
This happens in, I think Reality Bites is the best example, but there's other examples from his other movies.
Wasn't
So
he
we've
in
all seen
a
the
movie with
teaser.
Selena Gomez?
We've all seen the teaser
I
for
haven't
the
seen
for the new movie, Force
Yes.
Awakens.
Yes.
So some fucker went out there to
Got the mask.
got the mask, the half-melted mask.
You know what? So it's supposedly maybe it's on display somewhere. Maybe he's not like digging it up.
Oh, so you're saying it's like they took his burnt up body or whatever's left and
The
then put
First
it in a
Order?
museum or
Yeah.
something?
Or it's like Optimus Prime, and they have the Jedi Museum that they
Yeah, exactly. You can go
the
up and
Hall
touch
of
stuff
Fallen Jedi.
Well, actually, the person doing the voiceover at that time was Luke, right? So maybe Luke took it. Yeah.
A memento.
Oh, Cloud City.
Oh god.
Oh, God help us all.
Is there another dance sequence coming up here?
No, but they changed the music.
It's not the same one?
No, it fucking makes me sad.
Whoa, look at that. Oh, gosh.
Do I have to look at it?
Apparently, the Ethan Hawke movie with Selena Gomez was Getaway.
Oh, that's a car drive. The
Coruscant.
They're trying to rob a bank or something. I watched part of that movie. It was so bad I turned it off.
Where's
Probably
this?
missed,
That's Coruscant.
a
Where?
crucial Ethan Hawke.
Coruscant,
scene
man.
there.
Coruscant.
No.
With the Jedi Temple.
Oh, the statue goes down. I didn't even notice that.
Statue of what?
Oh,
The
probably Emperor.
CGI is so bad. It looks like a Final
Listen to this
Fantasy.
fucking music.
It
It's like
does.
Final Fantasy 3.
You hear this goddamn music?
You want the
This is
Nub
not
Nub
selling
song,
story.
don't you?
No.
You want that Nub Nub.
I do that. Well, I want the Nub Nub. Real bad, like.
As they play
Oh, look at how awful that
flugelhorns.
fire looked.
All of
This is what the Ewok
Why
village
is it
kind
so
of looked
bad?
like.
This was added after the prequels, right? Because of the different cities they showed.
Yeah.
Naboo.
I mean, this stuff was in special edition with the new
Yeah,
music.
you would think.
So is this the version that will have Hayden Christensen at the
Yep.
end?
All right.
Oh wait, no, really?
Yep.
There's a cameo?
Yep. It's Force Spirit.
Revisionist history.
Wow.
Did Biggs
Yeah,
go
alright.
through
More
these, by the way?
hugs.
Or did Biggs die?
Who's big?
Wedge?
Wedge. Was
The
it
Wedge is over. He's right. He's about to get hugged by Luke Skywalker because he's the man.
Okay.
There's Wedge!
That
Woohoo!
He lived!
Wedge is the man.
Where's the guy from Teen Wolf? Is he dead, Jeff?
What?
And
The
Leprechaun?
Styles?
Yes. No.
The shoot fat boy?
Yeah.
Listen to this fucking music. I
He's
don't
in
want to fucking
he's
celebrate
in one of these
this
movies,
shit.
right?
I don't. He
Here we
played
go. Hayden
Porkins?
Christensen.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, God.
All's forgiven.
So bad.
He even gets to come back
See
as
me-
a Force
see me this
ghost as a
summer
young
in-
guy.
Look, he looks sinister. Like,
Wait, how come he gets to come back as a young one? And the
I know
other
shit.
two are still their old ass selves.
yeah, where's Ewan McGregor and the CG Yoda? There you go.
The music is just wrong.
It's right now.
This is good, but
Lawrence Kasdan, George Lucas.
At least his son is making up for his missteps at times. Lawrence Kasdan did a lot right, but
well, Kasdan is responsible.
Jake Kasdan?
for a Force
I love
Awakens.
Zero Effect.
That movie doesn't hold up very much.
Zero Effect?
No, this movie we just watched.
Oh. Yeah, I
I mean, we
have issues with
right?
it.
Oh, it's still alright.
It's there. I mean,
Then new stuff they added the no and
no.
Jeff, are you gonna make us watch a special edition?
It was
for-
Sebastian Shaw.
For the other one?
Travis say that.
Are you gonna make us watch the special editions for the next ones?
That would be a long time from now. I cannot confirm or deny that.
Maybe there will be like a newer, better version.
Or maybe they'll just be unmolested versions that come out.
Well, we'll see.
Isn't the first one where Jabba walks around
Yep.
at some point?
Slithers.
Yeah.
he doesn't weigh as much as he
Does he
in the
leave a
Return
snail
of the
trail?
No.
Jedi. I don't think so.
Because you think he would. He'd probably evolve from a slug at some point.
Otherwise, it'd be too dry. Like he would need some
Yeah,
sort of
how would he
mucus.
move? Right, yeah. Because he's not really
Feel the
snake-like.
help with the friction.
Yeah.
Maybe, he just has a lot of muscle in there. Like,
Yeah, like a
No.
snake.
He lives on a dry planet. He's gotta have something to keep him moisturized.
Yeah.
This is the thing about Star Wars. There's
Well,
no science in it.
he has that
all-
liquid that those little creatures are in.
Moff Gerard. So who is that in the movie?
It can only be Gerard. Oh,
Size
Fat
Noodle.
Dancer. You know
Size
she loved that
Noodle,
casting.
Yeah, the piano player.
Claire Davenport, the
Kenny
Fat
Baker
Dancer.
was Papoo.
Nikki.
Good old Nikki.
Sid Miller.
Nikki's Nikki.
Nikki Reed. Only Nikki can play Nikki.
You know, Nikki. She's Nikki.
So is there anyone attempting to bring back practical effects like...
Apparently, J.J. Abrams used
Yeah,
a lot of
I
it
hear
in
he's-
Force
Oh,
Awakens.
okay. Well, maybe it'll be watchable.
Alright, so 482nd greatest film of all time? Yes, no?
I thought it was your 482nd favoritist.
Oh, favoritist. Well, you guys can't argue that because it's my favorite. Just 482.
Yeah, this shouldn't be on your list. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
It's at least there. If not, for me,
I would put it
a little
on.
bit higher.
If I had a 500 top movies, this would be on there.
There are a lot of bad movies out
To
there
come
that.
that's on Jeff's list.
Well, no, that
Jesus, yeah, I'm trying to think of what
that are
films it
much worse than this movie. So I think it ends up a lot higher than.
is. At least I know
482.
RoboCop beat this. That's
You don't know that.
You don't know if RoboCop's on the list.
Yeah.
because Jeff uses his line. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah,
You
he
got
did
that from
say
RoboCop.
he said no to Predator, so
Yeah. Jeff will say straight up no if it's not.
If
But
only
it
we could
is, he'll say,
infiltrate his data
Neither
stick.
confirm nor deny.
All right, we'll just wrap it up. No
Yes,
podcast.
please.
No podcast next week. I'm taking the week off.
Oh man.
I know.
Already? Hard.
No, but I will be putting up
Y'all have the
some
week
past material, so that'll be fun for everybody.
Oh, like the podcast
Best
you
of?
recorded,
Possibly.
revealing your
No. Well, maybe parts of that.
Oh.
Maybe not the parts I want out there,
Aaron, have
though.
you listened to any of the podcasts?
Not a one.
I've listened to all but Zatoichi.
All right, well, check it
Did you
out.
listen to
check it
the
out.
ones you're on?
Which one?
No, I mean any of the ones you're on. Do you listen?
Yes, I've listened to.
Okay.
Mostly because I want to see if I sounded as
Sweet,
annoying as I
sweet-
remember
your sweet,
myself
sweet
sounding.
voice.
All right. Oh, might as well mention. Hey, Travis sent you here. Let's pimp your podcast.
Oh, yeah, we are going to watch...
It came from beneath the sea.
That is correct, and that's...
Some Ray Harryhausen magic for you people.
It's going to be posted Monday, 2 days after your podcast.
There you
Yay!
go. All right, check that out. Plan 9 Podcast. Go to plan9podcast.com. Thank you for listening. We will see you in 2 weeks.
Make sure you thank everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Aaron, Mr. Rob, Mr. Paul, Mr.
Hey,
Scott.
Jeff, you're welcome.
Hey, thanks, man. Mr. Scott and Engineer Travis.
Don't forget the Texan cracker wizard,
Who?
Oh, yeah.
Austin Osgram.
Austin.
Yeah.
Oh, I generally don't do that on group podcasts,
Oh, okay.
Oh.
but okay, fine. Austin Osgram, check him.
Austin, like town, Oz, like the prison show, Graham, like the
Chapman.
evangelist.
Well, the Kraken.
All right. Yeah, what Rob said. We'll catch you next time. Until next time, you rebel scum, I bid you adieu.